Okay, we are ready to start. Sorry, that was a very loud spike. Okay, we're starting the Ruunin Open number 5. Myself versus Wise Knight in the round of 8. There's 9 players in this tournament. We do get a best of 5 in this particular bracket. And it looks like we're auto-banning Disciple. Is there anything else that's spooky? We've got 2 yellows and a red. Pretty standard. Get that Disciple out of my face. Okay, let me just post my stream somewhere. Last open of the season, of this season. So next one will be the Seasonal Cup. If you didn't get enough FWC points, you will have to wait until the next season, which shouldn't be too long, should be next month. I think we waited a little bit for this particular tournament. We're at the end of June. So yeah, okay. Red Combat's been banned. Now I'm gonna need to preserve my Flyers counter. I think we'll start with blue. With a green list to fight red. This blue can also fight red. Green is horrible into yellow stuff, so I don't think I really want... There's some pieces in here that do okay into Flyers, which you'll find out about in a bit. Maybe I do start with this, actually. I don't know. It would be a nice little surprise for him. I actually might start this one. I think the blue 7 should be able to handle red. Okay, we'll see how it goes. We do run some cards. Guess I won't spoil it. This was a lizard list, though. Verbatim. I didn't make any modifications. I just wanted to try it out. So we had Divine Guardian start, which is alright. Kodama, I don't think we need right off the bat. We're against Flyers. 5-6 stat line's pretty nice, though. I might even just keep this for the 5-6 stat line. Maybe I just keep this hand. We can draw into other stuff, like... I don't want to start with all this stuff, but we can draw into other stuff. I don't know if this is even a Flyers list from Wise Knight. It could be something else. Desert Start is interesting. Do we want to end up here? I think it doesn't matter, right? He goes Desert, drops a Flyer. I step up. Celestial Tower would suck, but really hard to play around Tower. Plays nothing. Is this Monstrosity? Mistral Guides? Do I want to push up one side? Monstrosity. My lands are pretty linear. If I want to fight Flyers, I think I do want to push same sides. This will hopefully pay off. Can always voice. We could voice this turn if we wanted to, I guess, but that boosts me to 9, 7, 9. Not... I'd rather save this so we can voice Plague Bearer. Opposite. So this are definitely Mistral Guidelines. There are some options, a lot of options. You can go down in yellow. Okay, maybe just standard Flyers. Cool. Alright. The 3 HP suck. Can't deal Plague Bearer in there. We do have 1 damage solutions. But I might just set up like 2 creatures by the wells. I could put Kodama. Could put Kodama here, Boar here. I guess, yeah, sure. Triple up on the wells. If he's got a movement trick to take out Boar, that's fine. We spent 3 on it. I mean, green just can't trade efficiently into Manta Rider, unfortunately. But not the end of the world. Then the 2/2 spawns. Maybe we do a Plague Bearer play. I don't know. Our Faeria threshold is very important for this list as well, because we've got some combo things going on, like Voice plus Plague Bearer, and we need 8 for. So if that board dies, we can't afford... Well, we could afford it with +1, I guess. But then I can't hop. But I could gobble this guy. Now, I think Wise Knight in the past has played Nightmares, so I want to be careful about how many stats I pool into Voice. I believe in the last tournament he ran Nightmare. So we fought him last time. Not typically a card you see in Flyers, but if you're aware that it exists, definitely gotta play around it. Kaleem. Ooh. Okay. Willow's neat. I don't know if I want a combat hit or not. Maybe. What if I put Willow to taunt my face so he can't hit me? Champion's obviously coming down soon. I wonder if I just don't hit. If he Nightmares, it draws out the Nightmare, right? Can cause a lot of damage though. There's no point in Plague Voice this turn, right? If I put Willow back, I lose my collection if there's Nightmare. I feel like I should just hit. Just to play around Nightmare, I think we will just hit. And then we'll put the Willow here, and that's it. Because it's pretty devastating if this gets Nightmared, but with this line, it's not as bad. Like, we've got his 2/2 trapped with Plague Bearer. Doesn't really matter if he runs away. It's especially even better if he, like, invests a movement trick to try and run away, but probably just, like, hits or plays Spirit Theft or something. Okay, running away, plays the Kodama, so this is in Plague Bearer threshold. This could be a decent Plague Bearer turn. Teleport, so we got Eat. Especially if I get the Voice Face? Is that especially? No, then we only get 1 stat. I think we want to take this out, right? So we hit Probably voicing the Guardian then, and that's probably it. We don't want to invest too much, right? In that case, I probably draw. If I get Falcon Dive, it's huge. Not Falcon Dive, but does that change anything? Don't know, I don't think so. I'll just take this hit. I think this is just the play. Doesn't accomplish a huge amount, but that's okay. Would have liked that to do more, but I don't know. It's gonna be a bit tough. The 3 HP stat lines really suck. Teleport's useful with our 8/8. We don't have any face lands, unfortunately. Like, there's a couple things. We would like to go face. We'd also like to go face with a 10/10. But if he drops a creature there, maybe it's a decent teleport. Okay, less decent. Manta Rider sucks. Not the end of the world if this gets Spirit Thefted. So if he hits, we can Stalker. And we get the clear. That's pretty cool. And we find Oakling. Okay, so 4, 5, 6, 7. We can play both of these. Is that reasonable? I wish I had a clear on this. I guess there's no reason to kill this, right? He gets to collect regardless, so we don't waste our teleport here. In that case, we can either +1 into Oakling, Stalker, or we could draw for Falcon Dive once again. I'm going to be left on board with only Stalker and Voice, which is not terrible. Again, this is a nightmare target, though. Damn. So do I want to play the Oakling? Or do we draw? What can I draw for? I don't know. Let's draw. Okay. Famine works. Famine works very well. Because we get to keep our Willow alive. So that was a sick draw. Oh wow, that was a huge draw. I guess draw was definitely the play there. We really desperately wanted an out to this guy because the double collection sucked. And we were already clearing this. Like if we didn't... if we top deck something else, not the end of the world. I was got Spirit Theft on the Stalker, that's whatever. Do you have +1? Can wipe the board with Soul Drain, which sucks. If there's no Soul Drain, I'm happy. But otherwise, I'm very sad. He would have popped it already, so I guess he doesn't have it. Debating going double collect. I think that's a good move with double neutral, because your guy is going to be pretty healthy. Oh, unless you're... Wait. No, surely... I mean... Do you even kill the Willow? Do you even care about it? I don't know, you could just... Like, if you have a flyer, I would just drop a flyer there, but... Stalker, if that's the best thing you have, it's decent, because... You survive on a 2-3 stat line, which is pretty sturdy. And now I can't Stalker him back. We found a Stalker. So I could kill this if I wanted to. I lose my collection then. That double collector's annoying. Do I take my collection? Or do we actually clear? I almost kind of want to clear. I guess we draw? If I clear... I only go up to 7. Let's clear it. We lose a collection, but... Yeah. We have a pretty weak board. I think we eventually need to build an aggressive forest. I'm not sure. This one really hurts to build because it doesn't really accomplish that much. Like, maybe with Kodama it's okay. It's just that we have to build 2 lands to actually make the teleport relevant. It's pretty awful. I'd rather not. Oh my god, another one? But played in trade range? Is there Soul Drain? Don't know if I agree with the playing in trade range, but... I'll take it. This doesn't get soul drained. So we kill... This might be a teleport opportunity where we kill the Manta now. But I'm missing 1 to play another thing. So that sucks. What if we block with Steamforge? Oh, okay. Yeah, we don't have to kill the Manta, how about? We just do this. Get the stats there. And then we're actually going to take a block, I believe. Just depends on which creature I want to block with. So I'm going to play this. I'm going to play this, Steamforge. And then I don't know which creature I want yet. Wait. Can't I just Yeah, I was afraid. I guess I could teleport. I don't think I want to. I want to get a creature down. He still hasn't found Soul Drain. It's got to be coming. Do we dump an Oakling or Kodama? I kind of want to collect is the thing. I think I'm going to draw Oakling. Well, we gotta drop something. I don't know if that was correct. There was a debate for both. If he drops a flyer, then we don't really... I think we have an answer to a flyer, right? Because this boosts... if it's champion, we don't have an answer. But if it's champion, we kind of are screwed, I guess. Because then he gets to collect. Maybe in the event of champion, we're supposed to play Kodama. We lose all of our collections, but... That was a pretty risky play. Moves there. Wait, what? Going aggro. All that for a bloatfly? Do I care? Maybe we find Living Willow Taunt. We're on 7 here. So we could draw for a Willow. If we're so concerned. Wait, what does this draw? I don't even know what's in the deck. Is this Aridin? No, surely not. Oh, it is Aridin. I didn't know I had Aridin. Does that change anything? I don't think so. Aridin's cool. It's a little bit late for it. I think I'd rather teleport. We're on 7, I could go to 8. I think we draw for Willow. Well, not finding it. Maybe I do want to Aridin, I don't know. Okay, that is a debate. Because, I mean, if I teleport, it's pretty bad. We get value traded. Could also just go Kodama, though. I could go Kodama face. Wow, there's a lot of options here. Do we go Kodama face? We hit him for 7. I feel like Aridin's not gonna do it. This feels kind of bad, but I actually don't know if I have much. Like, if we go backwards in Aridin, it's such a massive investment for a creature that's gonna die for 2. And then that's it. Kind of screwed. But this line doesn't really accomplish much either. Like, we're not gonna get to actually hit for 7. But perhaps it could be okay. We'll see. I think the race has to be the best line here. Like, going defensive, I had nothing to go defensive with. And Kodama's a decent racer anyways. Heals 5 HP each time. We have 0 collections next turn. Suppose unless we do go for a collect. Steamforge is such a cool card in this, just to boost like the Oakling and Willows into actually threatening stat lines. Emissary. Okay, gonna try to go for bloat train value. Yes, okay, perfect buff actually on the 3. Now we can actually go face. Although, do I want to +1 into Kodama here? I mean, +1 into Kodama would be cool, or maybe we can collect with Oakling. Like, if we just hop and hit... He's played 2 Spirit Thefts so far, right? But no Soul Drains, I don't think. There's been 1 Soul Drain, so it's pretty likely he has a clear, I feel. Oh, also, if we go back and collect, then we can't play Kodama. We'd have to build a forest. I guess I could hit, not collect, +1. Or just collect, build a forest. I think getting another Kodama is really good. Even at the price of this dying, he's got to spend an investment into that, right? Otherwise, we're just hitting for 8. I think I'm gonna go this way. Double Kodama. That's my line. Oakling dying off is a thing, sure, but I don't know if we're gonna get the opportunity to use the buffs. We gotta tempo out a little bit. This just demands that he has an answer. Otherwise, he's taking a lot of damage. That structure did so much work. Like, blocking the 2-2 was huge. Okay, there is a soul drain. But that's one soul drain down at least. Can still hit with stuff. We have him on a 2-turn clock if he were to play nothing, I suppose. But he does have Bloatfly. I'm gonna be on 4 only. Can't play Aridin if I wanted to. Interesting that he stepped here and didn't go face. Okay, going face for quite a bit. Plague Bear is drawn. We probably can draw. Does teleport do anything? We want to dodge this. Obviously, because the 2-2's there. I could use a teleport to kill this. Teleport back. Clear this. Just hit face with the 6-6 only. So we're hitting for 9. I mean, 9's a big hit. So we hit, teleport the 6-6 back. Suddenly he's on, what, 6? No, 8? 8's not bad. I think we just go all in face. But teleport where? Oh my god. I was trying to click the forest. I don't know why I wasn't able to click it. I was thinking of putting the 2-4 here. I guess it doesn't really matter though. We relieve face pressure if he kills this. I was just thinking I wanted him here to clear the path so we've got more attacking lands and a forest so we can teleport, because that would have locked down our lethal, I feel. But yeah, I don't know. Guess time bank things. I don't think it should matter. We have our one teleport should allow us to hit double hit. Ooh, Iona coming a little bit late to the party. That would have stopped quite a bit. Are we actually gonna win this? If he has no healing, we win, right? Crazy. Have you ever seen a mono green list beat a mono flyers list? Actually insane. As long as we have 4 spaces open. If he were to stand on this, we don't have lethal. Which is crazy. Like a one little step. Which he could have done. He could have stayed on that instead of clearing the structure. And that would have prevented lethal. It's a pretty specific lethal, but... you know? Okay, we got it! With one forest available to us, And actually, like, perfect amounts of Faeria. Oakling not even dying off. Wow, what a crazy match. And the mono green does it! Beating the Flyers, wow, that's insane. Well done, Hunger. So we probably got another yellow list to fight through. But I'm happy. This deck did his job already. We beat the Flyers. That makes me happy to see. That one Famine pull was so huge. Like, if it wasn't for Famine, we probably would have lost. Okay, so... what do we want to go for here? Like, movement trick is really expensive. I don't know if this is good. Like, into Flyers, Steamforge plus Oakling, maybe we can get a sneaky kill with this sort of hand. It doesn't feel that good, but I don't know if I want to toss cards and risk getting nothing. I guess we just keep it. I don't know if this will work, is the thing. Okay. The land placement is super important too. I'm not sure what the land placement is. Like, if we want this to be an Explorer, maybe for Steamforge, but I'm also thinking maybe I want this for, like, Deepwood Stalker spot. Does it matter? I'm not sure. Okay. That thing's gonna be going fast. I don't have an answer to this. I might just go this side then. And we can develop the Steamforge to start building stats. This looks like a more aggressive list from Wise Knight, so we might be going just 2 sides this game, or even 1 side. Gives me more like Voice of Hunger spots. I don't know. But I'm expecting training with this type of thing. Maybe this is Monstrosity, or maybe it's like Tempo. Okay, probably Monstrosity. Okay, I think we lose. But that's okay. Like I said, we already did it. Oh, wow. That's definitely a card, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to chase down these Shaitan Demons. Maybe. Actually, maybe. Putting it here is not awful, because he probably steps back and then we can Horsemaster. I don't mind that. Other option is just we go right sides, but I'm afraid of movement trick. I think we double up. Now, unfortunately, if he does actually just straight take the hits, then I don't have a good answer in hand currently. I will have to top deck something. Getting close towards face is pretty good though too. Like with a double neutral, that gives us 1 land away from a teleport into face, which he is like double pinging himself so far. Double Plague Bears would be kind of cool. If we can afford it. Now we don't have to rip the Horsemaster immediately, because we technically don't have a kill unless this buffs. We had a 50-50. If this hits the Aridin, it's pretty good. 50-50 chance we just snipe this. Okay. So are we getting movement checked then? We can still Plague Bear into it. Not the end of the world, I guess. Oh no, we can't Falcon Dive our Plague Bear anymore. That's funny. I kind of want to plant him on the well. I'm not sure. What do I do with this guy? He's got one card in hand. Thing is, he steps back, I can't reach him anymore. And then what's my Plague Barrier's purpose even? I don't know. I think we kind of lose this one, but we'll play around. He's still gonna hit himself twice in the face. Is that 10? Is it worth going face? 10 is a lot still. Maybe we build up a combo. I'm just debating whether we go double collect or go face. We don't have enough Faeria, but we could just like pass and build up a big thing at his face maybe. I guess there's no disadvantage to doing this one, because if we go here, we still need to do 2 lands and then a forest. So it kind of is the same deal. I do 2 lands and then a forest. Might as well go between the wells then. This kind of hurts playing in trade range. Gives him the opportunity to do what he wants. Another option was to just let him take all that damage and actually just try to book it to face, because he's not really close to my face. Like, if I get a Kodama at his face, that's pretty good. Yeah, maybe I should have just left it. Guaranteed he would have been taking 4 more damage. It's on 6. And then if we can do it one more turn. It's on 2, we can heal. But he has to double heal to prevent the 3-turn lethal on himself. Wait, where's this going? Okay. Awkward. Guess we'll just take this, and that's it. It's an opportunity to Horsemaster this face. Nope. Deathwish School. Okay. Oh, okay. It's a little bit desperate, but we could. +1 Falcon Dive, I guess. I don't want to spend too much time on this game. I think we've used a lot of time bank. Although we're ahead of Wise Knight, so as long as we stay ahead, it's not that bad. actually just gonna slap face. Could be fair. You could do nothing. If he does slap face, though, he's on 5. So I might consider draw. I only got 3 Faeria. Damn. If that was a playable card, I could definitely go face. I think I'm gonna draw for something. So obviously we're in a losing spot, but I probably don't want to kill this and just develop something here for Horsemaster. I don't know if I have a 5 power thing. Ancient Boar. No, that's not Ancient Boar. Okay. Unfortunately, I think that's it. Do I have buffs in this? I don't think so. I do have Divine Guardian. Just debating, do I put Horsemaster down? Oh, he's 5 power. Sorry, 4 power. I think I just put him down. We only have 1 Horsemaster in the deck, so that's it, I guess. But I need something to collect for me if we're hoping to sustain somehow. Was I able to play Kodama next turn? Like, did I have enough? He kills. I don't think... No, then I'm on 5. I don't think I have an answer to this regardless, but maybe we top deck a taunt. I guess, was I supposed to kill this then? If I wasn't able to lethal? Just to deny the collection? I don't know if it really matters. I don't think it matters. He's got 2 in the Death Wish School. With the 2 cards, it doesn't matter. Probably just getting him on 5 feels safer, so we can one-shot potential in the future. Okay, found it. Alright, that is okay. My green list got the win that I wanted. Now we start Recurrence. So this is definitely Monstrosity. It's going to be a very challenging list to beat. But we'll make do. Recurrence has some power. We'll start with maybe Shield Mates. Is this fine? What am I looking for? Like Destructive Volley? Do I want this? I guess it's good. I don't know. Okay, where do I want Reveler to eventually be? I guess we can go left side if we do it this way. Oops. Already on Spirit Theft land soon? Okay, big decision to make. Does he go down same side as me? Or go opposite? I feel like I will just go this side regardless. He's got the Explorer, could go Explore, Desert, play a thing. And then I'm perhaps less motivated to put my Reveler on left side. But I think I should be okay with the Chieftain. Shouldn't be able to answer it right away. Ah, it's nothing. Okay. So yeah, we will just fight same sides. I don't think it's a very challenging play here. Have Ulani available. Mistral Guides. Oh my god, no way, he gave me the Manta? We take that, right? I can't play it. I can play it. Oh, that's huge. Thank you so much. What a kind gift from this, sir. So we just do this, play the Chieftain. Which, oh yeah, and we get 2 Faeria back anyways. Spirit Theft. I will take a free Manta. Thank you, sir. I don't think Spirit Theft is running this. I don't actually think I care if I put Manta here, right? He doesn't have anything for it. Except, like, Soul Drain, but who cares? There's Wind Soldier. Again, who cares? I think I'm not doing anything special with it. I could use it to go off and collect this side, but it's a pretty expensive investment for that. But yeah, that was pretty cool. Free Manta Riders. Free Manta Rider. I think it's pretty difficult to deal with. Like, Soul Drain doesn't even, like, kill the whole thing, right? You need double Soul Drain. It's just Wind Soldier. And the Wind Soldier can't even collect. I guess it can if you step back. Yeah, okay, you can collect. So Wind Soldier's a decent answer. But it doesn't clear everything. And that will cost 2. You can drop it to a 5-drop. So I guess it's pretty good. Wind Soldier's pretty good. Oh wow, okay. Training investment. So this can get me potentially Illusionist, but I can't Illusionist this turn. Wait, dumps another one? Oh, do you have Soul Drain? Wait, what? Why? Just to block my collection? I think that was a mistake. We can even collect, as long as I remember to step up. And then I think we might develop a lake to body block with a 4/4. Yeah, we'll step up. Double hits. This makes us require a land potentially. I think we'll drop the 1/1 as well. Just so we have hopefully a guaranteed body on board. Yeah, I think we'll do that. It definitely just gives us options. We could even sidestep to build up Illusionist. I think we will do this, maybe? I don't think this is telling. I mean, you can't really play around too much here, so I think we can just play here to play set up Illusionist. I don't know if I'll actually need that. Like, obviously, illusionisting Shieldmate sucks, but keeping the options open might as well. There's not really a downside to stepping off the well. I guess the one downside is maybe he flies something here and I could have been standing here to threaten it. So that is one argument. In that case, maybe it is better to stand here. Yeah, it looks like that's what's happening. Okay. Fine then. Okay, drew the Cannoneer. So we come back and collect. I guess we want Illusionists here. We'll probably just send this guy. It's too bad, we can almost Illusionist the Monstrosity that way. I guess we just Illusionist Monstrosity, huh? Oh wow. Martis, thanks so much for the sub. I guess we're just Illusionisting that way, yeah. So then the Ulani... Let's collect with something. Here? This way, and then we play here? We didn't find it? Fine. Do I care? Let's just swarm. Deal with that. We have an answer, obviously, to Monstrosity, but there's no reason, I think, to play it here. I'd rather get something more efficient or force them to, like, invest more into this. We wanna save our tools for actually dealing with future monstrosities and stuff too. But Illusionist plus Spirit Theft is a decent pickup, decent pickup now. Especially stepping in trade range, wow. Wait, what? Is the monstrosity going in? Is he retreating? The Origin Fanatic's odd. Does that mean that he just has nothing in hand? He's feeling desperate? Also, if I pick up Destructive Volley now, which is getting more and more likely, now that we cycled 4 cards, we can just snipe it straight up. There's the Illusionist. Okay. And we might as well just take our free Illusionist. Do we draw for a second one even? Let's try to line up something here to clear my 4-3. Could spend 1 Cannoneer. I guess we are Illusionisting. I'm gonna run out of land space. Let's do this. Take a hit. Spirit Theft. I guess I'm not actually going to use this. Okay, just surrenders, sure. It was in a pretty bad spot. Okay, we defeated the monstrosity. Gotta fight through reds. That's okay, this list probably won't win, and then we just clean up with big 7s. 6 neutrals. Is this Rush, actually? Rush could be scarier. Because my 7s list is pretty slow. Let's assume it's Rush. 6 neutrals? I mean, it doesn't have to be Rush. But let's assume it is. Maybe Crystal Spice is a keep here. Shieldmates is pretty bad, but it might not be Rush. We could, yeah. We have to save up some Faeria for this anyways. Start with a Forest. Recruiter would probably be better here. Okay, Mountain Center, not Rush. Picked up the volley anyways. The reason I like volley in this list so much, like, I think Blizzard and, well, everyone else maybe runs Soul Drain, but it's like a end of the list card, right? We already are running Spirit Theft. I like getting access to the 2 damage more immediately, even at the cost of 1 extra Faeria. And then you get that bonus of dealing the flyer damage. Okay, thankfully Horsemaster is 3 lands now. My mountain placement's very important, because that's my Reveler spot. I think we'll just do Lake. I can safely stand here. And hopefully we get something from Crystal Spice next turn. If I get Coptered, that's fine. We get the volley. This just makes my lands a lot more flexible. I could be forced into building a second desert if I wanted access to this as a soul drain. I think there's enough flyers in the game to just warrant that. I mean, flyers are just so oppressive. It's oppressive enough to warrant that. Okay. So yeah, I don't know what I'm going to get from Spice, so I think we will go this way, not lock in this land. We could deny Axe Grinder spot, but I might not get anything from Spice. And then he just gets to step and get an aggro land. I guess, optionally, I could play Champion here. If I really wanted to deny Axe Grinder. I guess it's an option. What does this go to? 6/6? It's not that bad. Maybe we do deny it. I think I'm confident. Let's go this way. We'll see what we get. So, maybe Warlords. Warlord's pretty cool here. Maybe? I don't know. I'd rather go Colossus, but we're very far away from Wells. Maybe Kobold Warlord's interesting, for sure. I'd probably rather play Champion, though. 7 HP is hard to deal with for him. I think we'll go Wave Crash. And then here we get a 7/7 anyways. So we might as well grab this. Could go Siege Engine. Siege Engine always a bait. Ogre? Step back just in case anyways. But Ogre's pretty solid. Not much he can do to that as red. So, denies Axe Grinder spot. We do lose. Well, was I ever going to play something here? I guess I wasn't. So yeah, we're not really losing anything left side. I guess I want my second desert here anyways. This mountain's more in the fight for Reveler, potentially. I want to be able to shield mate's left side. So, I think this line turned out. Double neutral split. Is this maybe a copter in the future that we should be careful of? Could get a... What am I on next turn? 3, 4, 8. If we get 1 discount on this, this is already better than, or already the same at least as the other guy. Wow. Invest Ground Shaker. Interesting. Okay, so I do want to go left side with a collector. We had triple champion in hand. I probably want to play one. I'd like to take a value trade, and then maybe we are just dumping a thing and getting coptered. I'd rather not get coptered. I guess we just play around copter. So I don't want to kill this, because then that's just shaker value, right? This makes the most sense. Maybe it's copter Wrath. And he can copter to body block, but then we kill it. I think we just take this and pass. Makes sense to me. $16 minutes, so average is 8 minutes per game. We've got 2 games to play. Again, as long as we stay above Wise Knight's time, I think we're okay. So we should have a pretty good advantage in the next game, so the less time Wise Knight has, the more of an advantage we have, I suppose. Wrath's the left... Okay, so it's Shaker? Wait. Shaker Burst? Shaker Burst is a play. It's not the end of the world, I guess. It's pretty expensive, though, just to clear this thing, right? Oh, okay. No copter. Command. Alright. That was really expensive for him, but did manage to clear most of the boards. I get to collect at least once. I'm on 10 here. I can double champion. Is it worth it to send a 7-7? No, this is 5-5, then 6-6. Okay. Alright, I guess it's Ulani then. Champion's not going to be that strong. Is it just Ulani? We don't have anything else, huh? I guess. So we're hoping for... What are we even hoping for? Multiple Cannoneers? If we get 2 Cannoneers, maybe... we do a thing? Looks pretty bad. 1 Cannoneer, 1 Illusionist, so we could take out 1 guy, I guess. Is that worth it? Cannoneer has to go on right side, though, and we're not super happy about that. I think we're dead. I don't know what helps us here. Yeah, Illusionist doesn't feel like it. +1 pass, I guess? Too bad we don't have Plague Bear. Not that that would do very much. We need some AoE. Does Crystal Spice give AoE? Just Hellfire, right? This moment, of course, Soul Drain would be better. Get healing and cheaper. Steps back in 6. Triple Shaker. A Lost Explorer. There's my double cannons. Okay. No land space to play any of that stuff, though. Let's go up. Kind of have to. I have no land space. I guess we just play one Cannoneer and pass. One Cannoneer, we could do one Cannoneer plus Volley to kill the Lost Explorer, maybe? Is that important? So expensive. 5 cost just for that, huh? Otherwise, Illusionist. It's very expensive. I think that's correct. He's played a lot of removal, right? So he hits it, we line up Illusionist on something in the future? Maybe? Boss. Well, there's a clear, which isn't terrible. Guess we take it. Yeah, this makes sense. Clear. Now that is a 2/2, which will be 3 power. Not quite enough to take that out. Eight Faeria. Oh my god. Huge copter potential there. Okay, we still get use out of our 3 power. And maybe body block with champion or something, if that's relevant. +1, 1, 2, 3. That does become 7/7. Decent body blocker. We do have to +1, so we can't go face with it anyways. It's not the end of the world. He's still double collecting over us. We're not collecting. Really want to get a collection off of as well. It's just not happening. Yeah, I think we just have to do it this way. I guess you stay there just to fight stuff. Makes sense. Gotta keep an eye on the time banks. was Copter. Was I supposed to play around Copter by stepping back? It's fine, right? That was all he could play. Right? So not the end of the world. Illusionist also helps. I think we just... Ooh, here's a idea. Do we Illusionist this to heal it? We do risk the 1 damage. It's an option. It's a very risky option, I feel. But it also allows our 1/1 to step up and threaten that collection, which we could even double neutral to double collect. He's played 2 Shakers, so I don't think I need to play around that. I kind of like it. I guess we'll have an Illusionist, so we don't need to double collect. Let's do this. It's very risky, but we need a risky play to come back, right? It's lined up a Horsemaster, so I think we step here. +1 pass. So there's a Horsemaster line where we can double neutral, so I want to protect my 1/1. I think it's very expensive for him to deal with that. Given all the removal tools he's used, I feel like it's okay. We are under his time bank, so gotta be careful of that. Okay. So much to think about here, too. Can we race? Do you think? I think we can race. I can't hit this, unfortunately. Do we Crystal Spice? Colossus? Okay. It's Ogre Battler time again? Didn't know it gains health back. Yeah, it actually paid off. We got our health back. Very cool. The Ogre makes his return. Ogre's actually huge. And we finally got to the opponent's side. So getting our discounts on Colossus. We have so much racing potential now with our double champion plus Colossus. Like, this was huge. Huge pickup. We get to dump 5 cost after 5 cost now. Ah, found an answer. Okay. So I think we want to hit into this. Because we have only 1 cannon to deal. Ah, that's unfortunate, though. Ah, that really sucks. Then that's all I'm doing. What if I just go 1, 2, 3? Face for 7? No. Damn, that really sucks. Do I actually have to kill this? Running out of time. I don't have another option. Didn't give myself very much. Ah, that sucks. Then that's all I'm playing. Maybe I need to put this defensive. I think that's the idea. We'll take the 1 more hit, which is huge for him. He gets to like 2 extra Faeria, damn. But I don't think building a land for me and then hitting, and then playing Cannoneer and giving up my left side collection is so expensive. I think we just hope to hold him off with what we have. He's played a lot of removal. How many has he played? Has he played double burst or just a single burst? There was definitely double wrath. Don't remember how many bursts. Maybe just the one. That's not good. Okay, I think this is it. I cannot defend against this, unfortunately. That's gotta be it. I think I have to clear this. Right? I don't really have another thing. Okay, 8 minutes, which is still a chunk of time if we lose on the spot here. The race didn't pay off. Three, 4. Is that an archer? Wait, what's that? Bulgaria? No. Axe grinder? Okay. Lost Explorer, right. Okay, Shield Mates does something. Do this. I'll stand on the mountain, do this. Shield Mates, wait, how are we still in this? What? How did we suddenly just gain boards? Oh, I found it. Okay, fine. Alright. 2-2. Moving on to the finals. Not the finals. The final round. Sevens versus Red. Now this is the one that I wanted to fight with. We've got 7.5 minutes probably on the clock, but sometimes the clock lies. So as long as I think we can just play cards. This deck is pretty greedy and like, I can just potentially mindlessly play cards and win. And as long as my time bank stays above, then we're okay. And it should be a, I won't say easy win, but well, shouldn't be too bad. Depends on what happens. Definitely depends. Maybe he decides to rush. Ancient Herald's pretty nice to start. Oh, I have 7 minutes. Let's see if he rushes. We go center if he doesn't rush. We go sides if he does. Probably not playing Battletoads if he rushes. rushing's definitely viable based on the time banks. I mean, 6 minutes is still a chunk of time. But if he knows what I'm playing, that it's slow and grindy. Now, I think we want to fight. Creation's cool. Can create another 5/6. Don't want to play into Shaker though. Gotta check what's in this list. Right, so we do go into 4 legs potentially. Do we double neutral? No. No. Step up like this. Don't want to play into Garridan. So it's a prime Garridan spot setup. If we get too overwhelmed there, we can zip back. Try to go collect. Oh wow. So that's a shaker. Alright. It does hurt. It does hurt. We Toads on a not great spot if he wraths one. Oh no. Guess I could have played around that. Okay, we might have lost. That's unfortunate. I kind of misplayed a little bit too hard. Oopsie. That's pretty awful. Yeah, we just lose, unfortunately. That was my bad. that was my bad. Pressed the buttons a bit too quick. Maybe I was a bit too concerned with time bank. Found another copter. Cool. Awesome. So we could get Magnus, maybe? What do we want? It's discounted by 6. So Magnus we'd have to +1 for. Beirut, playable. Windfall's not really what I was looking for. Not at all what I was looking for, actually. That's gross. Do I just creation this? What do I do? What do I do? Let's creation this, but not play it. Still have a 7? No, we don't have. We played the Windfall. It was a mistake. Did he have Horsemaster? Guess he has Horsemaster. Oh, okay. Why was that a mistake? Ah, that's rough. That's pretty bad. Ah, that was my own fault. I really threw. That was just me. Unfortunately. Yeah, GG then. Well, sorry for the last match. That was pretty horrible to watch. But we'll cheer on Wise Knight as he moves forwards. And yeah, there was some really good games at the start. Kind of sad I crumbled at the end. What was... We got coptered, which I could have played around by just playing the leg down if I thought about it a little bit. And also playing in trade range of stuff, not a good idea. Can just play passive and win from there. Definitely could have just played passive, and then that would have been an easy win, I think. But going all in and then losing the creatures to, like, the copters, pretty bad, considering my follow-up creatures were only 2/2s. But, yeah. Unfortunate last game, played that pretty poorly, but the other games were pretty exciting. We'll move on, and we'll, cast whoever is next available. Okay, welcome back to the semifinals. Mama Ocean versus Wise Knight. We lost in the first round against Wise Knight. Made some pretty poor life choices in the end. In the last game, really poor choices, but we're gonna cheer him on through to the finals. Wise Knight, I think his first tournament, at least in a while, was the last one. So he's definitely the underdog here, and I think he has the potential to go all the way. We'll see. But Mama Ocean's got a very scary lineup with double Disciple covers. Can't ban them both. But Mama Ocean, on the other hand, can ban the only red list. He says, my Disciple is bigger than yours. Okay, so we banned the real Disciple. The 1.8 with 15 cards of each color. This one only has 5 deserts, so I'm curious. I guess it's really not a real Disciple. Or not a Disciple OTK. Maybe it's like more of a mid-range list. So, very fair ban from Wise Knight. Curious what Mama Ocean feels is going to be his answer to that Disciple. Disciple can definitely steamroll. Okay, so we have a red, yellow, I believe, on Mama Ocean's side, right? And Wise Knight playing his Monstrosity. Might have double Monstrosities. Ah, Sandstone Explorer, okay. We've got like a Amoeba Solial special, but with some Mistral Guides. Mistral Guide Wind Soldier is always cool. Going to be pretty nice on the 3 HP stat line. Not on Manta Rider though. Manta Rider is just a menace. Thunder Eel, very cool pickup. Extremely cool pickup. That is gonna snipe one of these. Oh wow. Oh wow, we're going in. So Wise Knight does have the opportunity now to defend against the Thunder Eel. We'll see if he has the foresight to do that. Mama Ocean predicting that Wise Knight does not have the foresight to do that because there was an option to just not kill, and then you are almost guaranteed to snipe something. Thunder Eel plus the Fanatic, I don't think we can play both. We're going to be on 6 only next turn. Can possibly go to 7. The Wise Knight's maybe a little bit stuck. Training is an option. I actually don't mind training. If you are predicting Thunder Eel, I don't mind training. I mean, I also don't mind just putting the land down if you're really predicting Eel. Other line, if you're not thinking about Eel, you can go right side, maybe with Demon. It does force you to build a 4th desert, though, which you don't particularly want. But with training in hand, you line that up where you can training across. Optionally, you could put the Shaitan Demon center. Okay, we are going for the training line. Oh, and we're locking in another land to play Monstrosity. Cool. I don't mind it. Yeah, I don't mind this. Puts a lot of pressure on left sides. Wise Knight's feeling confident that with Mama Ocean's 5, he's not going to be able to defend much against this, but a Manta Rider is pretty brutal here, if he had it. Now, if he had gone for the Thunder Eel line, where he, like, didn't clear anything... Okay. Definitely a more desperate attempt here to come back in the game, but I respect it. It's gonna get probably shut down with Soul Drain, but that's okay. Mama Ocean can clap back with Eel. Plus Fanatic. And then... the board will be relatively even then. Because Wise Knight's going to have to +1. I think you can go +1... Sorry, you don't have to +1. You can collect, right? If you wanted. I kind of want to keep my Monstrosity away, though. Draw makes sense. He is going to step up. Yeah, I don't like stepping up. I feel like we could have just developed a demon with +1 and kept our guy back. Because this is a very easy clear. Like, Mama Ocean can have a number of answers to this, and Copter's a potential to come in here. I think we'd rather go Eel, but we do have to build that mountain for Eel. And then we have to put the Eel in a maybe not so great place. And Eel's gonna get traininged. So it looks like we're going for Copter. Eel's definitely risky. Like, your opponent has to have an answer. Has to have the mobility trick, but there are a lot of mobility tricks in Monstrosity, so maybe you just assume that. So this just guarantee clears. And you get something out of it. Pops the Monstrosity before Guide. draws. We go... Explorer makes the most sense. I think if you want to calculate the math, like you could do Demon, and then you're on 5 next turn plus 1 Eel. Like, that's definitely an option. But does Eel have any... Like, doing out the math is one thing, but does the Eel have any impact on the board next turn? Probably not. If what we have is just a monstrosity. And we may want to leave our Faeria open even for training lines. That we can collect. On Wives Knight's side, we may have to redevelop. Maybe that even means building another land, unfortunately. We could go double neutral. Double neutral up the right side. Looks like that's what he is thinking about. Because I basically just want to play Mistral Guide and that's it. I don't want to step on the oceans because of Eel. I don't want to invest the training anyways. I really want to get another creature down. And we put the Mistral Guide there, which is going to get training. So that's great training value. And then Mama Ocean can set up another creature. But it boosts the monstrosity to 9. And that opens up a 2-turn lethal potential. But Mama Ocean's going to stop that by playing Demon Center. Doesn't actually invest training, really. I see. He's really baiting that Eel hard. Really wants that Eel to step onto the ocean. Okay. I respect that line a lot. Just wants to get more value out of his Eel. Because obviously the 4/4 does not want to step there. But I feel like this opens up a line where Wise Knight might just use a mobility check to kill it. Like, that feels kind of fine. Then the Shaden Demon's in the middle of nowhere. Can follow up Manta Rider double collect? Oh, that's a huge line. Like, here, Flash Wind, Manta Rider, swap over to the double collection spot, and then just straight trade. That's a huge line for Wise Knight because Mama Ocean decided... Oh, what are we doing with that? Just because Mama Ocean decided to forego clearing the Mistral Guide. Like, keeping Mistral Guide alive is so scary. It's so strong. I don't like this line. I really preferred getting Manta Rider down. I think that was just so much power, and you get it in double collection spot. It does play into Eel, I guess, but even if it gets Eel sniped, you get the 2/2 alive, right? This grows bigger to 14. Not quite there on lethal, though. I guess this line plays around Eel. It does look like Wise Knight's playing pretty hard around Eel. Monstrosity picked up. Have the option to clear this off if we want, which I don't think is terrible. Obviously losing your monstrosity pieces doesn't feel great. They're kind of combo pieces, but in this position where you're able to take a huge board swing by doing so, definitely a good line. Monstrosity list is like OP because of how flexible it is. Like, we can go for those OTK lines, but we can also just go for value or mid-range. Like, all the different game plans exist in this archetype. And so, yeah, I really just like clearing off our monstrosity into second monstrosity. Feels great. Debating stepping onto the ocean. Nope, steps back. So, definitely leads me to believe he is thinking hard about Eel. Doesn't want to play around it. And we go for this line. Cool. Basically just teleport it. I think that was the only way to... Actually, was there another line where we flash winded the enemy? Unfortunately, Mama Ocean does find a pretty good clear. But was there actually a better line? Maybe Flash Winding the enemy. We also would have been able to play Monstrosity. Actually, okay, I might take this back. We had a better line with Flash Winds. We could have Flash Winded the enemy, stepped the Mistral Guide, played the second Monstrosity, and then 8. And then we have 2 Monstrosities on board, which just complement each other super well. Okay, I mean here it's just Manta Rider, right? Or Demon. I think I prefer Manta Rider just because it's a little bit more valuable. Wait, I would have liked to see like 2 creatures here, right? Because I guess we couldn't do that. Yeah, we can still do this where we ghoul dash. Yeah, that works. Ghoul dash up. Okay, wants to cash in on the ghoul. Sky Anemone. Well, that's not a card you see every day. Not very good into flyers, unfortunately. You'd love to be able to taunt like something below 3 attack, I guess. Typically, yeah, I mean it's a good tempo tool, especially if you're like racing or something. I just had a thought. What if you played Sky Anemone in like a Husk list? Because it's like 0 deck weight. It might take away a collection from your opponent, which is so desperately needed. And usually the Husk player has tons of cards. This is actually a pretty cool Husk card. Now I'm giving Bamster ideas, and I don't like it. That's kind of a cool idea, though. Anemone Husk. You have to go to the second red for it. So you'd have to have a purpose going to reds besides Anemone. But I'm sure there's a lot of purposes. Like, we've had a Husk list before like that. Usually it has Scourge Flame, though. But maybe there's an opportunity to just run Scourge Flame in it. But yeah, anyways. Wise Knight doing a very good job staying on the lands. He's seen the first eel. Not gonna play into a second one, and his board's... Okay, I lied. But, I mean, in this position, doesn't matter if he gets eel sniped. The 2-2 still survives. Mama Ocean can't really deal with the 2-2 efficiently. Really wants to collect. So probably Manta Rider step up is fine. It doesn't matter. But it looks like we will go for eel anyways. It's solid value. We'll take it. Not as good as Mama Ocean would like, but not terrible. I mean, a 6-4 with a Flame Burst on top of it is pretty good. Double movements. Do we do anything with this? Is there ever a line where we can... We only have 5. I was thinking of like somehow taking out the 4-4 and then sneaking in a Origin Fanatic there to block the Well collection. I think that's a bit too expensive. So what's the goal? Do we just go face? Because right now, clearing a creature doesn't accomplish very much. Unless you want to get rid of the Mistral Guide if you're fearful of that. Yeah, looks like we're just going face. Do play into eel, but Wise Knight's seen 2 eels at this point. Not terrible to just play into the 3rd one if we're like only halfway through our decks. Copter spotted, but no mountains in range of Mistral Guide. We can't do any snazzy things unless we build the mountain, which I think we might do. Right? That's pretty effective. Get to clear 2 creatures. The other option, though, is to, like, training and double clear. I kind of like Copter. Unfortunately, we can't training and Copter both. Well, we can if we go that way. Interesting. Can move a second time. Double dash. Like, Alpenico really wanted to training the Mistral Guide and kill this, but didn't have the Faeria for it, unfortunately. I'm curious why he went this training, though. That didn't seem to accomplish much. It just removed a tool from our hands. That's pretty brutal. Yeah, I think the Copter on the right side would have been better. You just dodged the single movement trick. Like, sure, Wise Knight has 2, but he would have had to invest 2. I don't know what staying here accomplishes. And, like, if we held on to the training, maybe we could have threatened to boost this to a 4 attack. Ouchie. 8 HP. Well, I think that's it for Mama Ocean. I think dealing the 1 damage to Mistral Guide and dealing with all this stuff is going to be a bit too much. Just dumps in a second creature here to solidify a potential lethal. We have 2 additional movement tricks in hand, so don't really care about it. Oh, okay. Just using it to step back our guy. Sure. And that's gonna force Mama Ocean to use the Fanatic if he wants to clear anything. And the poor eels just gotta stay double collecting. Or not. Wait, what? Are we hitting face? Oh. Okay, bold play, my guy. But you're losing otherwise, so I guess fair enough. I mean, you do lose with the cards in Wise Knight's hands. He still loses, right? Double flash win, or just single flash wind. Bold play to try and finish. It does put him on Wind Soldier lethal. So, I think that was fair enough. He was in a pretty losing situation otherwise. Just getting that Wind Soldier there would have been tough, but yeah. Okay, so Mama Ocean gonna try to counter with reds. Makes sense. The redless might sweep. Red's gonna be looking good into yellow and into Disciple, probably. Depends how the Disciple goes. It's kind of a coin toss. Hey, Mama's running the destructive volley. And falcon dive. What? Okay, I was impressed because he was running volley, and I like running volley in my reds. But falcon dive, I don't quite understand. Surely red has enough 1 damage sources. We don't need falcon dive, right? Maybe this is just control. We had a lot of control cards in our hands right now. Firestorm plus falcon dive. Maybe can kill a thing. An extra thing that you normally couldn't. This might just be a hard flyers counter. Just specifically designed to beat flyers. What does Falcon Dive do against flyers, though? I guess it's just pairing with your other removal tools. Go sidelines? Interesting. I'm curious what decision led us to do sidelines. Village Elder, we got a collector turn 2. Not too bad. Village Elder's... Okay, this is definitely a control list. Village Elder is an excellent card for that. I guess he was predicting... So Wise Knight went first, right? So I guess he was predicting that it was Rush. He saw all the neutrals and he was like, okay, this is gonna be Rush. Which is... That's fair. I understand the decision. Invest both, or all 3 lands into right side. We're gonna go hard. This looks like a Firestorm Falcon Dive play. I eat my own words, what do I need Falcon Dive for? This looks like a Firestorm Falcon Dive, if I ever did see one. Wow. Paying off. Absolutely massive. That's crazy. We need another Falcon Dive, it looks like. Steps back, so we get to training. So we dodge training. We might invest it. We're gonna go face. I feel like this is... Okay. Well, if we go for the trade, then Flame Burst is a pretty decent answer. Oh, Plague Bear. Oh, okay. I understand the Falcon Dive a little bit more. I mean, Plague Bear is the hotter and newer Garridan. So fair enough. So we block with the Plague Bearer. We do have Ground Shaker to follow up if this gets answered. So it's not the end of the world. It is very unfortunate for Wise Knight. With Origin Fanatic on board. This is pretty tough. I feel like we want to go Soul Drain first. Hit, maybe build an aggressive desert, dump Fanatic maybe? Oh, I was thinking we could collect. We cannot. We're in the wrong location. Yeah, that's pretty tough. I guess draw, yeah. Okay, so Soul Drain and then follow up with Mistral Guide is fine. But that's gonna get Shaker bursted. Mama Ocean has not played as Explore yet. Interesting. Hanging on to that one. I wonder if Wise Knight will forget. I would definitely forget. Okay, we do pop it down so we get a collector on the left side. Continue to +1. Our Wrath is now at 3 damage. Not too big, but we've got a massive board. We don't really need to care. Lizard, don't even say it. Hello, I'm here to file a complaint. A reckless Canadian driver just hit a tree with a mono green list, then proceeded to engage in dangerous acts of contesting red while piloting a slow cooker with inevitable scaling. Don't tell me about it, Lizard. I was drunk or something. I'm gonna wipe that one match off the face of the earth. It didn't exist. Didn't happen. Wise Knight looks like he's very desperately trying to cling on to this game. Mama Ocean now with Ignuzi. Oh, was that a... was he... he was hovering the cards. I'm like, what? Surely we have no reason to. I guess we could. I guess there is a reason to, but what if we just combat hit and then draw? Or do nothing. Nothing works too. That 1/1 is a pretty good body blocker. Like, it's so inefficient for Wise Knight to clear. What's it gonna do? Soul Drain it with Soul Drain that doesn't exist? Spend 3 on it? Flash Wind is an option. But it's just so expensive and inconvenient. So if he had hit in the Village Elder, he would have drawn Flame Burst. Could have Flame Bursted it, but I liked just passing. It was fine. Village Elder did a lot there. Wise Knight's really gotta find some pokes into Fate. I don't even know. What is the strategy anymore? I think we just have fallen too far behind. I don't know if there's any saving this. We group all our creatures, just waiting to get launched by Firestorm or Plague Bearer. Flame Burst. This might be a Wrath. That's a 6 damage Wrath. It's not too bad. It should probably on average kill these things. It does not. So not what Mama Ocean was looking for, but he's still in a good spot, so he's not too beaten up about it. Wind Soldier's a decent clear, but we have no follow-up. We could draw, but we have got so many cards. We really want a +1 so that we main... Oh wow, this is expensive. Is that worth it? Maybe. I guess if we don't want to play Fnatic, we just clear the path. And Mama Ocean doesn't particularly want to play Shaker. Wow, actually just Plague Bearer. Interesting. Guess that makes sense. Plague Bearer just makes it very awkward for Wise Knight to play anything, and with Mama Ocean's 10 Faeria advantage, it is very difficult to play anything. Gotta clear the way, clear that Plague Bearer first. So Wind Soldier costs 2, right? What if we go... It's not very good. We could go Wind Soldier +1 Fnatic, so we have a double collector that pretends to exist. Or there is a surrender button in the top right corner. That also does exist. Yeah, we'll just do the Fnatic line. Probably this will get Wrathed after an Ignuzi. Maybe after a Shaker. Wait, do we potentially have a lethal even? We're on 11, and this does 9 damage. 11. We have to deal 12. Not quite, but he'll be on 3 HP. If he decided to shake her. He'll be on 4 here. Oh. I'm bad at math. Oh, because I was calculating Shaker that did 2 damage. And yeah, so that's +2. Wrath. So do we draw? We draw. Wow. Not quite lethal. Double Shaker plus Wrath? Wait, that was... Oh yeah, we have to actually get this guy to ping himself in the face first. And then we set up the lethal. Double Shaker into Wrath. That is 4 damage. Well, this one was over quite a while ago, I guess. So, this was Wise Knight's first list, right? Still got 2? We've got a Disciple list still to come. I understand Mama Ocean's confidence now into the Disciple matchup. With all of this removal, I feel like he should be able to answer an early Disciple, maybe. Still always a risk, but... yeah, maybe. Okay, so Wrath Double Shaker does it. I mean, so many options does it. We now drew the second Wrath of Ignis. And he wants to go out flashy-like. We'll just play Wrath. Bam. Okay, 1 and 1. And Wise Knight with, like... oh, needs a sec. Well... kind of already started. I hope he is here. We will see. I think... Okay, he's here. I think good practice... I mean, I probably shouldn't start right away, but... I think what Bamster does is he just... doesn't press continue. And he's stuck. Which makes the tournaments go on a while, but... Okay, so we did go Disciple. I think it makes the most sense. Like, the second yellow list is not going to do very well. Okay. So Mama Ocean with not too many removal cards in hand. That might make the first Disciple challenging to deal with. Yeah, he can draw into stuff, though. Plenty of time to draw. And Wise Knight has a decision to make. Like, does he want to invest the Disciple immediately? I think he can here. Maybe, like, you can go Disciple... What do we got? 3, 4, 5. Oh wait, so what does this cost? Yeah, then a 6. So you can play your hands. This goes to 4-4. Like 4-4 stats is reasonable. It pretty much only dies to... Well, there are a lot of double removal options Mama Ocean has. Like, it could be double Wrath, but it could be a combination of also Destructive Volley, Flame Burst. He can afford, right, with the Explore. So it's a little bit risky. Wait, are we hard playing this guy? Oh my god. Found a second Disciple, though. Garrett and Spotted. Okay. I think Wise Knight's going to be waiting a little bit until he can actually build up some big Disciples. And Mama Ocean is also going to be waiting a little bit to build up a lot of removal to deal with the big Disciples. It's going to be a Cold War for a little while. Wise Knight has almost like half the time bank of Mama Ocean, though. That's kind of crazy. But he should do fine. Oh, actually, considering Shaker, guess that's fair. The 1 damage, probably not going to make a huge difference on Disciple. Clear away the Collector, gives him less to work with. Map Dealer's cool. I'm pretty sure Wise Knight just wins this. As long as he just holds his cards, builds up Faeria, and then dumps the double Disciple. I mean, I don't even see what red can really do to that. Like, it can build up removal options, but it's not going to be enough, I feel. Unfortunately, though, the 2 Disciples are going to stand next to each other, so Firestorm gets to hit them both. Maybe the land structure was a mistake. Oh, we're going in. We're not going for... Oh, we have to fail Lore Thief. A 3rd Disciple. This is really not good. Maybe it's fine. Like, Mama Ocean doesn't have very much Faeria built up. I guess it's fine. What? That's it? No way that's it. What? You play nothing else? Wait, how did we run out of... Oh no. Oh, this is a disaster. We don't have enough for Shaker Firestorm, though. Oh, we do. Oh yeah, that cost 10. Wait, what? Didn't we have 10 there? Okay. Yeah, that was a mistake. I was expecting those to build up a little bit more than 3, but... Yeah, that was a pretty hard play into Firestorm. But who am I to say, because... That last game that I played, I threw pretty hard too. Games are hard. And the timing of these tournaments are always at different times for people. Some are super early, some are super late. The game is certainly not as competitive as it once used to be. Like, no competitive players at least play on ladder anymore, so it's hard to get that experience. And so you're kind of just playing off of your old memories. But yeah, that's unfortunate. Don't play the third one. Surely we have learned from our mistakes. Wait, why can't we barter? Oh, we're out of Faeria. That's our last win condition. Surely we don't pop it here. What? Are we insane? I mean, double burst and this thing's dead, so we better invest everything into it. Like, we are desperate to get this to survive, or we just lose on the spot. I mean, why would we ever hold anything? Just do this and soul drain or something? Yeah, just boost it as far as we can take it. And now 8 damage. Mama Ocean, of course, has a lot of stuff. A lot of big chonky stuff in hand, not much removal. So, Wise Knight could win this turn. Potentially. If we get Magic Carpet. We did not find it, and we don't have any additional ways to draw, so... unfortunate. But, Soul Pact... yeah, we might as well take out Ignis, right? Missed the order, though. Missed a healing. Whoops-a-daisy. Hopefully that doesn't matter. But Mama Ocean's still with not enough stuff. Those Wraths are only 3 power. Imagine we Wrath our own Plague Bearer. Okay, second map. We just need a third one and then 33% chance Carpet. 33% chance to win the game. What are we thinking about? Oh, drawer +1? I guess we were thinking about, do we want to draw into... I don't think it matters, the order. I think we could have used map first. Okay, here's the map. Do we get the carpet? Do we win the game? We do. Amazing. What a card. Carpet's such a cool card. Isn't it just? Alright, what's your answer, Mama? Breadless down. Mama Ocean's got one left. I'll ask if they're ready this time. Okay, I'm assuming Mama Ocean's ready. He's been in the tournament scene a while, so I think he knows how to just pause the game if he really needs a break. I'll give Wise Knight a bit of a extra bonus since he's newer. So what was Mama Ocean's list? Oh, it's Disciple as well, right. But it's the off-brand disciple, the bootleg disciple. We got 5 or 6 deserts or something in here. Storm Spawn. And Battletoads and Spell Whirl. So this definitely seems like it's like a mid-range list, maybe. Maybe it's got... I don't know, Storm Spawn's pretty combo-y. But then Spell Whirl is more geared towards... You're expecting to find like mid-rangey cards. Ew, Looking Glass Phantasm. Not great. Windfall's cool though. Windfall's definitely good. I'm not gonna lie, I don't see how Mama Ocean wins with this list. Honestly, don't understand the ban. Like, he was very confident that he could beat Disciple. I don't really see it happening. He even got lucky that last match where Wise Knight kind of just fed him 2 free Disciples with the Firestorm. But still couldn't make it with the 3rd one because, yeah, I mean, the Disciple player literally just builds up cards. Doesn't need to care. So this one might come down to just the ban. Bans are extremely important. They can make or break the entire series. Whether you win or lose. Triple Lore Thieves. Look at all that lore! It's actually really cool how the art style, like they kept some of the old art styles. They brought in like new arts, but they still kept like the old, like it's very, I don't know what the word is, like homemade type of feeling. Kind of? I don't know. I like the little characters in the background. Double Disciple again. Wait, we have a Stanu? What? Wait, what are we playing? We don't have very many desert cards in this deck, and one of those desert cards apparently is in a Stanu. Is Disciple just like a bait cover, or...? Huh. Barter into, I guess, Frogify. You don't really need Battle to... I mean, Spell Whirl's free. If you want an extra event, you could go Spell Whirl. But you also don't want clunky cards in hand, because then Carpet gives you less, maybe. I don't know, Spell Whirl or Frogify is an option. I think I like Frogify. It just deletes your opponent's Disciple. Oh, okay. Speak of a Frogify. Get to Frogify 1. Pre-buffs this one, so with training we can go move once. Guess it doesn't matter. Also, our Lore Thief, funny enough, is blocking the Disciple from going anywhere. I guess we can come across this side. And it's also just, well, yeah, if we just training this, go across to the side, then we can dump the Stargazer here with Failed. I don't think we need to build lands. Maybe a risk to training is that the second one gets frogified, but obviously Mama Ocean would have popped if he had double. I definitely like just training to move it aside, because we should have more trainings in the list anyways. This type of deck really cycles deep, right? But this takes away our power wheel by building that land, when we could just not do that. Second failed. Okay, we might as well pass now. If we didn't invest the training originally, we might as well pass. We're planning on saving it for our third disciple, because the first one died. And there goes the second one. Bye-bye. So Phantasm, I kind of glossed over this, but it was a pretty good pickup from Spellwhirl, actually. Just because it's another transform tool we can use to deal with Disciple, which is pretty cool, honestly. Like, now Mama Ocean only needs to deal with one more, and he wins. And considering there was a hard-played Frogify, that was hard-played, right? Pretty sure. We had triple failed. We should be able to now just top deck the next Frogify. Honestly, if Mama Ocean just clicks the draw button from here on out, he probably wins. I wonder why he didn't fail the Phantasm. Surely he doesn't have, like... Right, he does have other targets. He's got Storm Spawn, yeah. Oh, that makes sense. Can double failed. No Disciple. He's got to fish for the very last one in only 12 cards. Or, not only. 12 cards is a lot. 1 in 12 chance every time you draw. Guess you just wait now. Yeah, +1. As long as you don't mill cards, you're on 8, so you're fine. Yeah, I honestly think the strategy for Mama Ocean, if he does have a second Frogify, is just to click draw. Like, surely you just win from there. But getting a Stanu down's pretty good. You can fail the Stanu. Or not. Or just hard play a Stanu. Doesn't want to override the 6-5. But yeah, I feel like a Stanu is pretty slow. Like, in this particular match, you do just win, right, by top decking Frogify. It could have come from the spell roll, though. I'm not sure. I don't remember. Ah. So Disciple might be a bait cover. We haven't seen one yet from Mama Ocean. But actually, we've only drawn 9 cards. So I guess that's not particularly true. Wise Knight desperately wants to get that next Disciple out as soon as possible, before Frogify is drawn. Okay, find this one. Finds the carpet. No Disciple in sight, though. Okay, found him. But now we gotta clear the path for some lakes. And Mama Ocean has to find that Frogify. Outland Ranger. What is this deck? This is a wild list. Some cool failed Outland Ranger tech. Play a 2-cost Campfire. No, 1 cost. No, 2 cost. Campfire the 3/3. So I guess Wise Knights. I guess he just puts the Disciple on the left, since it'll always be targeted. I mean, you could build a land to protect it a little bit more. No, we're gonna go on left side. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, we do have Frogify, so we can do it that way. Let's just play all our cards. Found a map dealer. We could have played that. We could have sacked this one. Played the second map dealer. If we get a second Magic Carpet, we don't, but that would have been funny. Does Simulacrum do anything? I mean, Simulacrum might be able to boost us. We get Key. Okay. I think Simulacrum was cool. As long as we are able to get our values worth. Because we need to dump cards out of hand to get as many carpets as possible, right? So if we spend 4, we're going to play this. This costs 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, we would have easily made that money back, right? Ooh, we get Spell Whirl. I don't know if I like picking up Spell Whirl because, again, we need to dump these cards out of our hand in order to carpet efficiently. Grab Frogify. Okay, we're on 3 cards. He was stressed for time, like his time bank was clicking, so just want to click the buttons. Double failed Storm Spawn. Huge. That's just a +6 Faeria. Now there's one weak point with the 2/2 there. Not much you can do about that, I guess. Wise Knight can't play anything. Triple failed in hand the whole game was... yeah, that was a lot. I think Simulacrum would have done it. Honestly. If we play Magic Carpet here... it's not going to give us very much. We can failed Magic Carpet. I guess now that we stabbed, we might as well combat hit this, Frogify, and then dump a Bloated Toad to protect our Disciple. Like, Bloated Toad actually protects. Because our win has to be to move something out of our way, because Mom Ocean's done a good job of, like, body blocking. I think with a double neutral, we can Flash Wind it, right? So that's probably the plan. God. Don't throw. We're in such a good spot. Wait, plays failed? Oh no, we're throwing! We're throwing! Wait, you could have still done it. Oh no, this couldn't move. Yeah, you could have went combat hit and then still failed the carpet. I guess he was just looking to get failed out of his hand. No. I mean, we surely have it. I think with the failed would have given us a lot, but without failed we might not have enough. We might. I mean, we just need to move an enemy, right? We need enough to move an enemy, and we're going to be on 4 next turn, so we can safely double neutral. I gotta move 2 things now, right? Okay. I think there's a lethal here. There has to be. I haven't calculated how many movement checks we have, but we have, like, infinite, right? So, oh no! We had it! I swear we have it. We can double neutral. We can hop the toad, flash win the toad to clear 1. Wait. Double neutral, then we're here. Then we can't move this. We had the second training. Okay, yeah, we can just do it that way. Yeah, we could have done it this way with the training, and then we need double neutral, move it, and then surely we can sneak our guy in with the flash wins, and we win. Wait, what happened? Wait, did he surrender? He didn't have it, did he? Like, without the double neutral, he didn't have it. He only had 3 Faeria. Unless there was a way to, like, collect... He didn't have it. I don't think so. I don't know, you guys can tell me if he had it or not. Oh, what's this button? I've never seen this button. Accept, decline? Okay, interesting. Well, congrats to Wise Knight. That was only the semifinals. He's going to move on to the finals against whoever wins in the match of... Okay, we have that one set up. It's going to be Zarak versus Wise Knight. So we'll be right back. That one should be set up pretty quick. Alright, welcome back to the Ruunin Open number 5. This is the finals. Zarak versus Wise Knight. Wise Knight we've been following the whole way along the length of the tournament. Zarak's been on the other end of the bracket, absolutely killing it. Last match, killing Kilt. So what does Zarak have to bring to the table? Also a yellow-blue, probably not Disciple. Triple reds. Ouch. So Wise Knight's gonna suffer a little bit to that. Zarak, of course, banning Disciple. So I think Zarak's only struggle will be whatever the red list. Potentially, but it's gonna be like mirror matches, so it shouldn't be too bad. Red is pretty strong though. And the blue-yellow has what? 6 dual colors? Is this Twin Soul? 6 dual colors. That has to be Twin Soul, right? I don't think there's anything else. Besides Mantas plus Twin Soul. Okay. So it does mean that it's going to be pretty swarmy, weak into reds. But, like, all of these lists are not terrible into yellow. So what's Wise Knight's strategy here? He's at kind of a disadvantage just on the picking screen. This is Krog, I guess. I guess we keep Krog alive. I think we can probably answer Krog, maybe? I'd like to ban one of the reds, because those are going to be a nightmare to deal with. And I do believe that Wise Knight is running Nightmare, so Krog should be even easier. Zarak starting with blue-yellow. Fair enough. I think he wants Krog to go into the red. That's probably the only matchup that makes sense. And then Wise Knight, what are you going to start with? One of the yellows, maybe? I think Monstrosity might be a decent start. Just because if we're assuming it's weakened to... I don't know. What does red want to be? Yeah, we want to save red to fight this list. And we don't know if he's starting with it or not. Okay, we do start with it, so we get to snipe. That's nice for Wise Knight. I would have preferred starting with one of the yellows, though, just to preserve the red in case. But it pays off. That decision pays off. We're going a red into Swarm. Probably Swarm, at least. I see a Mystic Beast, though. Mystic Beast Twin Soul. Okay, Axe Grinder starts. This is probably like a triple elementalist. He had one neutral, right? Did he have one neutral? I think so. So the one neutral might be Moby. We've seen this list before, the 8th land Twin Soul deck. Just because both... I mean, it's very difficult to justify Twin Soul Spirit, so ramping to it as soon as possible makes sense, and these are the colors with the best elementals in them. Like, Air Ellie has flying, which is very good, and Water Ellie, obviously, like, best card in game almost. Not quite, but it's very good. We're at 5 lands already. We're at 5 lands already? Oh my god. I guess because we went first. So we can just play pretty passively until we get our Twin Soul and then block Brigands. Though Horsemaster comes down. Nice little face gobble into Underground Boss at face. That's very nice. I think I'd like to see Axe Grinder step back maybe to fight the 2-2. I don't know. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Yeah. Horsemaster face. Just dump as much stuff, add face as possible. Single boss, debating Flame Burst on the 4-2. I think that makes sense, maybe. Maybe. Like, Twin Soul comes down here now. We don't have Flame Burst for that, but maybe we don't care. Like, Twin Soul is only a 4-3. Can't take out boss in one shot, which really sucks. That mega hurts. Might go for double blocks. We can double block if we step the 2-2, but I think we want to get the 2-2 out of there. Okay. Fagoro into more stuff.
Is only the beginning.
And then just run the 2-2 away. That's kind of bold, not putting more defenders. Decides to go face. We can go face for like 7 next turn. I mean, maybe racing is an idea because your opponent's collecting so much. Not on many cards yet until he starts drawing, so maybe it's a good chance for racing. Twin Soul that early is pretty huge. What's the plan for Wise Knight? Do we just double hit face? I mean, our opponent has shown that he's racing us. I think we just hit face, right? Debating the double neutral so that Lost Explorer can come down. I like it, just dump as much stuff as possible at face. Like with double neutral, we get to hit twice, dump boss, dump explorer. And it's all at face. Our opponent's at 13. And we're gonna be at 11. And Horsemaster can do a thing. It's not that bad. I like the line, just do it. Ooh, I don't like this. That feels pretty not good. Sounds like Lizard's gonna be joining us. Oh no, I am muted. That'll be cool for... How many games are we in? Is this the... This is the first one. So we'll get Lizard in here. Creation, the Fugoro. We do have Leaping Fugu. So we took the value trade line just to keep a creature on the well. Or just to preserve the stat line, I mean. But I feel like we wanted that race potential. It wasn't a big deal if this got traded by the 2-2. Like, you get more combat hits. And then we would have had more creatures at face. Now we're threatening to take 8, 9, 10, 11. 11's not dead. We just have to somehow set up lethal this turn. Would love to get this guy to corrupt, but maybe it's not possible. If we just hit, double hit is 6. Is that 10? Then we shaker. 10's not a very low number. Steps back. I think Wise Knight's being way too passive this game. We're just gonna lose to all this pressure that Zarak set up. Like, we have hit face like twice. And we are in a race. In a race and we're snoozing. Okay, so that alleviates, like, not very much. We can get hit for 7, we're on 5. I mean, we're not dead with it. But I think Zarak's just going to step up hit and then we can dump another set of Twin Souls. Double neutral probably doesn't accomplish anything. Oh, we need to collect anyways. Takes that hit. I almost would have liked to see this just hop and take the hit so that this is more sturdy. Doesn't die to like Cypher's Wrath, because currently we're threatening 8. Cypher's Wrath plus an extra tool wins. Whereas if this stayed nice and healthy, I think we're okay. So I think there's a little bit of a misstep there. Doesn't draw a removal tool, so we're fine. Oh, we do draw a heal. That matters. Yeah, I guess we're just healing and then going face for 5 only, and then dumping the second Axe Grinder. It's pretty convincing for reds. Blue-yellow doesn't have a lot of, what's the word? Reactivity? Yeah, that's probably it. I mean, what do you even do? What do you even hope to top deck here? There is nothing. Oh. Is that something? No, we don't have enough. Yeah, we need to be able to develop a creature to body block with. Do we? We can just Nightmare, go across. So we're not dead on board. It's pretty likely we're dead, but we're not dead on board. And that's the best we can hope for. Double hit. And there's a Wrath. Okay, GG. But the first pick for Wise Knight paying off. I mean, red was supposed to win this match, but that was a little bit too close for comfort. Okay, so let's get Lizard in here. He's gonna co-commentate. To adjust my music ever so slightly. You guys probably can't hear that anymore at all. Hello, Mr. Lizard? You have deafened me. I'm appalled. Oh, hi. Hello? Oh, I hear you. You are extremely quiet.
I try to be a bit louder. Is it better now?
Yes, I can hear.
Is it much louder?
It is.
In the reds.
You are not anywhere near the reds.
Okay. I'll just fiddle around until you tell me it's okay. This works?
You're still quite quiet.
Quite quiet, okay. I put it back to max.
Okay.
Let's see.
Yeah, I think max.
Now it's picking up too much. Okay, bad. This, maybe? Let's try it like this. I'll be a bit louder.
Okay, I will just crank the volume. Let me turn the music off so you don't get drowned out.
Yeah, let me turn you down so we don't have an echo, and then it's perfect.
Okay.
It's a party.
I think... Okay, you're in the yellow. We're good.
Yes, yes, guys. I am stoked to get in on some Faeria action.
Faeria still exists?
Haven't been around. I went to vacation. I've been to Greece.
Oh.
There wasn't a lot of Faeria there.
Not a lot of Faeria players there?
No, not.
Cheese isn't rallying the forces?
It's more like the beachgoers, perhaps.
Ah, summertime.
I've seen a lot of drunken Brits. Unfathomable amounts of British tourists being loud and obnoxious.
Amazing.
So, that is my...
Good job, Brits. Keep it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
My thoughts. Okay, what is the... This is we lost the first game. Oh, that's a shame.
Lost the
because
first
there
game.
Are some options.
There was red into Swarm. And Zarek's countering that with Krog.
Krog should be fantastic here.
Yeah, I think that was a comment I made in the first the picking and banning stage. Seemed like Krog was going to be the only use for it was into red, and it should be pretty good.
I just don't know why you would open with the blue-yellow. That is such a good counter into about any other deck.
Well, he had 2 reds on top of this, which is also good counters into the yellows. So, like, I don't think it really mattered.
I feel like the Swarm is just such a great counter, and yellow sometimes can blow out red. So
Could be, yeah. It's true. I was thinking similar to Wise Knight's decision. He started with red, and I was like, I really want to hold on to this red list to actually counter Swarm, but
yeah,
ended up working out in Wise Knight's favor.
yeah. With a swarm list in particular, you have to be very meticulous in how you play it. So there's little room for errors. But if you pull off a Mystic Beast at the right time, or go to Leaping Fugu, Accelerate, it's really strong into red actually. Because those buddies you don't really deal with as well.
Yeah, fair
Like
enough.
5 HP, 6 HP respectively.
It was
It's
close. It was really close. Like, Zarek... Sorry, who was that? Yeah, Zarek almost won. Got him down to 4 HP. It was close. In this
Yeah.
match, though, decides not to rush. Go to the side, stop the Axe Grinder. I think it works well enough.
Yeah, that's what you want to do.
We've got this
You have
big
so much value.
ogre. Very difficult for red to deal with.
Yeah.
We're gonna get a big
You can
copter.
almost hold any aggression here, though the copter is big, I agree. But yeah, if you would just open sides, I think it's even a bit stronger.
Yeah.
But you don't rush, you just go sides, and then
Mhm.
the red player has to go to your face eventually. They have to contest the croc. So really, there's no downside to opening sides. You have to be a bit
Yeah.
flexible when you play the deck as well,
That makes sense.
and really think about the matchup, what everyone can do. So yeah. Whereas now Zarek went for this kind of opening. He gave Wise Knight the opportunity to potentially lead with a copter into aggressive lands or play a temple line with a brigand's Faeria value. And there are some dead turns, some dead draws, where you can potentially find a meteor or something else that you won't play this turn, like Croc's Dinner. So it's really tough, actually.
Yeah. Giving up one land in this game's really awful if you decide to change game plans later on. Like, we just
Yeah.
miss maybe a collection opportunity on this turn as well. The copter value, of course.
It's good that there's no follow-up on this copter. Like these bargainers just trade the brigands, and the bargainers are even a bit more efficient than the one Faeria the brigands cost. The bargainers cost 0.
Yeah.
Croc's Dinner
that's
here
true.
drawn. Like I said, you can't really play the Croc because that's 8, so it's a dead draw. But there's no way for Wise Knight to exploit that. He can, however, clear with the with a Flame Burst and the Brigand, and then if he
Oh.
finds an opening here, he can close that out, or he can just trade the Grinder. That works as well, so you keep a card. And yeah,
Yeah,
at
fair
this
enough.
point, Croc though is just it's too much to deal with.
Like,
Yeah.
the Brigand step back too is like a potential to get taunted. But yeah, Krog's a lot.
I mean, it's fine. He's essentially saying I need the Flame Burst in hand, but he gave up the
Mhm.
Axe Grinder. The Axe Grinder was really important because that gives you an opening with the Horsemaster next turn, so it forces
Yeah.
the defensive Croc, or it forces another creature to come down to block the Horsemaster line. And you really want to be getting these openings as soon as possible, because otherwise, like this is happening now, right? He's just stuck with a big fat Croc at his face.
Yeah, we need that pressure. Like, Red's only win condition is to deal the chip damage, and maybe we're holding those Flame Bursts to go face, but as soon as Krog gets at our face, what do we do? Like, we're in a race
Yeah.
that we're nowhere near the finish line. We haven't even
Bit-
started.
Bit much here though, going for the aggressive Ogre Battler, so there is a window for Wise Knight.
Yeah. I mean, we
yeah,
can
he can
block.
He can horse. It's just horse, and then you drop a Axe Grinder aggressive at his face. That
Mhm.
is really strong. Right?
Now there is
and then you set
Meteor
up
in
lethal
hand.
for the next turn,
Yeah.
because that's 9. You hit for 5 this turn, and the double Flame Burst.
Yeah,
And
that's
if,
really good.
If Zarok doesn't hit the Hellfire here, that could be a game. So yeah,
I mean, he
Bit
can hit
too
Hellfire
much.
or Meteor, right? Or, like, or Red Devil? Does that work out? We hit Red Devil.
Yeah, that's 5. You gain 3. Yeah, that works if he hits that.
So like there's a lot of outs, but Wise Knight doesn't know that. This is a good line, regardless.
Yeah, you take that line every time here. And really reckless on the Ogre bet player. Like,
Yeah.
even if it's likely that you're hitting Meteor or the Hellfire here, right? Like,
Mhm.
I mean, or getting the Faeria via means of Red Devil for the Meteor. But yeah, there's still a risk involved that you don't want to take here. Like, what if your top deck
Yeah.
is...
If you're
what if
ahead.
the top deck's bad? Like the Croc's Dinner here.
Ooh.
Yeah, the Croc's Dinner's
that's-
awful.
Yeah, that's
See,
not
that's
a good
another-
top deck. That's a really bad
Oh.
top deck. Oh my
Oh
god.
my god! And he gets punished for it.
It always hits
GG.
it. Amazing.
Now you have to clear the horse, and then you have to Hellfire. But that still doesn't deal with the Shaker, right? So you're still
Yeah.
effectively 1 turn behind. Even if you get to clear the Grinder and prevent the lethal next turn.
It's big
So, yeah,
pressure.
really big mistake. Insanely big misplay by Zarok.
Could we have
Not
just
respecting
played
that at all.
dinner? I feel like we could have just played the dinner.
Well, that doesn't get you there, though.
Like, it brings us to 5, and then Krog, if it hits Meteor, we can play it. If it hits Hellfire, obviously, we can...
Oh, yeah, so you +1.
We don't need to +1, right? Krog's dinner
Like,
costs 3.
you're talking about hitting at the Devil, which is 5. We were at 5 this turn?
Yeah, I guess, yeah, if it hits
Last
Devil...
turn, sorry.
Down to 3, to 8...
Like, you pay 3, go back to 5. No, that doesn't work.
Yeah, it
because
doesn't
then you're
work.
still getting... You're still 1 off because you only get to 11 with a +1. So yeah, even playing out the dinner.
Doesn't go for Hellfire this turn either, so it's just gonna die. Well
Just
done
gonna die, yeah.
by Wise Knight.
Man. People. Bit more respect. What happened to respecting your elders?
No respect. Krog has no respect. Krog
Yeah.
just likes to hit face.
Yeah.
Doesn't care. But yeah, that was a tricky one to pilot for the Krog player. Some
No, not really.
maybe missteps. Well, there's one move, I guess.
I truly believe Zarok can do better. I know he's a better player. I know he knows to avoid this. And
Okay,
especially
we'll give
after
him-
this game, he now knows for sure to avoid this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, sure, it needed that exact combination of cards to come down. But if you can afford to play around it,
Yeah.
why not just take it? Why not just be risk-free? Use protection, guys. Come on. It's cool. You can do
It's
it.
cool.
Yeah.
That's what all the cool kids do. Well, I guess you will look back
Ogre
on this
protection.
and learn. Yes, Ogre
Yeah.
protection. Gotta love the ogres. Ogre Battler, great cards. Definitely recommend running 4 copies.
Yeah.
Or four lists.
Yeah. No, this looks like max. Depending on the draws, this can go either way.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is depending on whether Zarok can find a detonate in time, or whether Wise Knight will be able to get that boss to connect to face and get that Faeria engine going. This is always a bit of a trick question here. It comes down to you finding the horse, what your opponent's able to muster up as well. Flamethrower,
Yeah.
pretty good though. Cypher's Wrath, equally good. There's a bit of a debate here. You could potentially keep your Cypher's Wrath, play the Copter now, and for Zarok you could also keep the Flamethrower in hand, say, okay, you know, there's so many outs for Wise Knight here. There's Cypher's Wrath, there's Copter, there's Flame Burst. If I keep that in hand, I just have another unit to use with a Detonate, right? So
Yeah.
definitely want to be mindful of how you approach this and not just play it out like this.
Flamethrower is cool to hold on to. Like, also you're baiting out your opponent's removal tools on your other creatures potentially to make way for
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Baiting
Like,
out
just play
removals is
reactive.
great. Yeah.
If you get that Brigand taken out by Groundshaker Cypher's Wrath, that's a big investment. And then your next unit you plop down is going to be much safer.
Yeah. That's one strategy that players, I find, don't play to as much, is baiting out the removals to make way for your maybe more vulnerable creatures that are stronger, more payoff. Because we have been conditioned to play cards based on how much Faeria we have. Just dump our hands. Don't have to play around like AoE, Firestorm, Garridan, big plays anymore, so we just dump our hands.
You really ought to be showing me who's done the conditioning, because I want to have a word with him or her.
Weather's not happy.
I don't think that's okay. Yeah, so what goes on here? There's a mountain coming down.
We have a Shaker Wrath.
Defensive? Shaker Wrath, okay.
Our opponent has a Shaker Wrath, but not enough Faeria for it. It's gonna be a lot of this bouncing back and forth. Thankfully though, Zara can double collect for a little while. Oh, sorry. Yeah, we can double collect. We're not gonna get zapped this turn.
The big problem though is you're using up so much of your reactive pieces with the Shaker here. And Shaker is especially important because it also doubles down as a detonator enabler, which you need to keep those in hand.
Yeah. This definitely does look like it's gotta be maxed with Ulani top decked. Just the ability to not play anything as mechs is something that they can excel at, and just board wipe, hold their cards and board wipe.
Yeah.
And Ulani is a great
because
piece
max
for that
you're playing
too.
for hand size, right? Rather than you're playing for Faeria or board. It's a
Yeah,
very
it's
different
like a
approach.
combo deck.
But yeah,
Wise
also
Knight.
notoriously hard to get into that mindset. Because
Yeah, it's
so
a
much
different-
of Faeria or regular Faeria is all about the board and Faeria advantages. Not so
Yeah.
much about hand size, really.
Plays completely different. Different archetype for sure. Wise Knight has decisions. I think going towards the face is fine. We could preemptively dump a Shaker just to threaten that space, but playing Brigand now gives you access to the Faeria sooner. And either one makes it timid for that Ground Shaker to step up. Oh wow, Hook.
Hook is there, but doesn't really connect. There's a Cypher.
Cypher plus Hook is definitely a setup.
There can be only one.
This is a very cool setup. Threatening to snipe either an aggressive creature or that boss, and I think from here you can play nothing. Just let your opponent come to you, and then you can make those reactive plays.
Yeah, the Hook is amazing at doing just that. The big problem though here is if Wise Knight had a Horse Master, that would be 7 damage this turn. And you'd might be in a pickle just because of taking that much damage early on. And then you couldn't really afford to defend another Shaker that comes down aggressively. But yeah, luckily no Horse Master still.
That would
Cypher will be
pretty
able to do
brutal.
some work. But again, that Brigand goes uncontested. There is there's 2 damage lining up next turn because we didn't move in the Shaker.
Yeah, and
that's really bad.
We have to invest both a mountain and 3 Faeria into that hook line that we set up. And yeah, we could go face for 8, and then it is like a 2-turn lethal potential, but our opponent can do something with that. Even if the Cypher gets face, he can play a tempo line by
you're racing
blocking.
yourself, yeah. If the Cypher connects to the boss, you go aggressive, the Shaker trades into Grinder, and then you drop.
I will
Oh no.
you.
I guess
that-
you can't drop anything else. It's the problem.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Surely we wanted to go face.
Yeah, 8 damage over 2 turns is pretty good. You
But
can
maybe
body
we're
block with
dead
a Liar
next
next turn. I think you just go face there, yeah. Like, what is your opponent gonna do? This line opens up a Horse Master again.
Well, we weren't able to Laya. We didn't have enough, right? We had 6
No, but
Faeria.
I'm talking about the next turn, right? Because
Oh,
you're
I see, I
expecting a
see.
hit of 2 from the Brigand.
That's true.
And then
you
the
had
Shaker is
10.
5 next
Yeah.
turn, so you're at 3. That means Cypher's Flame Burst is killing you. But at that point, you really need to have a I
Well-
guess there's Liar, so Liar plus Brigand is a Cypher's target. And that would have been lethal, yeah.
Yeah.
But still, I think you have to risk it at this point.
Yeah, and then
Because
lethal
you're not
was in
stopping
Wise
the
Knight's
engine,
hand.
yeah.
But yeah, you really aren't stopping it, and I think Cypher going face makes sense. You do though, to get that lethal, need to have a Wrath target, which doesn't exist on board currently. I mean, maybe you line up. Yeah, I don't know. Needed enough for like Laya or something. Yeah, that's kind of tough.
As Wise Knight, you have a pretty decent line of developing both a Brigand and a Lost Explorer aggressive. If you don't draw this turn, you step the Ground Shaker over, make a mountain,
Yeah.
play the Brigand on
That's just
D2, play the
so
Explorer on the
much.
neutral. You have a lot of damage lined up, and Zarak is out of Meteor targets. So this line is kind of vulnerable. I
Yeah,
think.
wow. I think this allows Zarek to come back into the game potentially, because he's got 6 Faeria. Flameburst plus a thing? Like, Ulani here is huge. And if there was only
Yeah.
Oh. I don't
Ulani
underst-
there, Elia and double collection, that works.
Wait, why do we put Ulani on this side? Just to Shaker line up?
Well, you want to taunt it, right?
Ah,
The Brigand?
sorry.
You don't wanna
yeah,
take
I
too much
forgot
damage?
Ulani's got taunt.
It does have taunt here. The question is the Elia too opportunistic? It could be one down. It could also be left side. So yeah, you might have not wanted the double collection, but it is really juicy. Like if that goes off and there's not a lot of
We might have time.
things coming from Wise Knight.
I mean, Wise Knight's got a lot of Faeria, actually, with the combat hits. Got potential
6.
7. Yeah.
But he also had 6 last turn. He missed that window, I think, where he could have swarmed. Because right now he drew,
Right.
and he used up the Flameburst and Cypher. So that's a lot of damage potential from hand being removed, being put out of the game.
Yeah, probably here just Axe Grinder. It can deal with the stats, but the taunt is definitely going to slow down a lot, and that will allow Laya to take some double collections and bring Zarek back in this game.
Yeah, like I said, the big problem here is Wise Knight not having the mountain aggressive.
Hmm.
So only really the Explorer comes through, but that gets cleared by the Shaker relatively easy.
If it goes aggressive, yeah. If it goes aggressive, this is a big ground shaker. And he was
What do you
hovering
mean
over
aggressive?
that passive one. Like, the Lost Explorer went aggressive here, next to Zarek's face. He gets to be traded and ground
Oh yeah,
shakered.
yeah, that's I mean, big Shaker for Zarok, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. He was hovering
Not
the
for-
backwards land.
Yeah.
And then even this lines up a Cypher's Wrath potential. If that doesn't
Yeah,
get dealt with.
you're good. It's. I think Wise Knight lost his window here.
Yeah, and Zarek, that Ulani did so much work. Like, stopped the combat hit, took out like 2 creatures with the help
Yeah.
of Shaker.
We saw 2 Cypher's Wrath being played already, I think. One of them didn't connect because he had to pre-commit it on the Cypher so that it
Yeah.
doesn't grow.
Mhm.
There's 1 Flame Burst down, so 6 damage from the 2 Flame Bursts left in the deck. 8 with the last Cypher's Wrath. And then he has 1 more Shaker in the deck, right?
Yeah, I think we've only played the 1.
Yeah, so potentially there's still lethal from hand if Wise Knight can manage to draw all these cards.
Yeah.
So double Flame Burst, 1 Cyphers, double Shaker. But that's a lot to ask.
It is a lot. It is a lot. So we need to get at least probably 1 sneaky little face hit. But now Zarek's double collecting, drawing into combo pieces. He's in a good spot.
Yeah, he's not gonna give Wise Knight the time, I think. It's not
Yeah.
happening.
1 Wrath establishes Ground Shaker on left side. Doesn't need to care.
Yeah, just go Riot there. You're setting up the detonate next turn, anyhow. it's good.
Life
There's
is
Flame
good.
Burst, that's one Flame Burst.
There's a potential
another
to
shaker.
shaker and then maybe burst Lion next turn if you're concerned about the double
but
collector.
that's awful. Because the healing from the statue is actually mattering so much in this game.
Yeah, like it depends if you're concerned about the double collector or if you're actually wanting, like if you think you can deal enough pressure to get to face and deal some combat hits, but otherwise
you're not beating Max at this point because half the deck is drawn and it's very likely there's a detonate coming up, right?
Yeah.
So even if you invest all that in clearing the double collector, he will have accrued more than enough Faeria for the combo, even when you stop that double collection.
Yeah, Zarek has to make a pretty
carrier
big
is just
mistake.
7 Faeria. That's 2 rounds with a +1.
Yeah, definitely. That was pretty brutal. Looks like game over. I don't think there's any coming back. I mean...
bit of a self-inflicted pain, that is.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's delicate if you don't know these lines, if you don't know the pressure points, etc. Can be a bit challenging.
Max is a really tough one to pilot and a tough one to play against. I think
Yes.
Wise Knight's, as I mentioned, a newer player to the scene. I mean, he's like got the level 200 or something. So he probably just the lack of experience in fighting Max.
Level 200.
Prestigious. Levels don't mean anything anymore.
Yeah.
Just throws in a 33.
This is the point when Max takes over. You know, getting these big turns after your detonates, where you just double collect, quad collect sometimes even. That's when you really start to push against your opponent, come back.
Yeah.
Right, because most of the time when you're playing Max, you're gonna be behind, either in Faeria. Well, mostly in Faeria, because you're not playing for board much. But then after you recover from that, it keeps going, because your opponent doesn't have the same means of recovering as you do.
Yeah.
With the established bodies, the collectors, plus the detonator and clear.
Turn down the Faeria volume so
And
game volume's
perfect
probably
junk
contesting
feed.
with you. Yeah, that's big. I mean, everything's been big.
Everyone gets a part.
Okay,
You get
we
a
will
piece of
toss in
junk
the
feed.
surrender.
You get a piece of junk feed.
Alright, so Zarak weaseling his way back on the board. 2-1. Wise Knight with 2
And
opportunities to win, but they're both
Not
yellows.
the worst. Not the worst deck to be playing into both yellow decks.
Yeah. This
I don't
could
know
be
if
anyone's
he runs
game.
my list or if he's not on the Meteor, if he made some changes.
You're in
But
Meteor
either way, it
and
should be great
Mechs?
into yellow.
You don't run Meteor and Mechs?
Yeah. Didn't you remember the one time we played? You played Salamander, I Meteor.
Oh. No, I've wiped that one from my memory, Lizard. I don't remember that happening at all.
Like a Jedi mind trick.
Yeah.
This has never happened.
This has never happened
You
before.
don't run Max. You don't run Meteor on Max.
No.
No.
It doesn't happen.
It's a one-off, to be fair, but it was a really good one-off when it paid
It was
off.
a really good one-off.
Like, you're always holding so much Faeria, so the threat of Meteor just becomes that much better. That much more
That is true.
appetizing.
You're holding a lot of Fairy. Can Meteor.
And then especially Salamander is a dead matchup usually. Like, super dead.
Right,
Because
sure.
you can't keep up in stats.
Yeah, fair enough.
You want a turtle and wait for your combo. They want a turtle and wait for your combo. So at the end of the day, Salamander wins.
Yeah, fair enough. And you won that matchup after all. Very cool.
I won that only because I had Meteor though. Like, sole
Yeah.
reason.
I mean,
And
that was
the
a big
ranged, I guess.
salamander.
Yeah.
But, anyways.
You had like a
On-
6 Salamander. 6
Yeah, it
white.
was a 6. But onto the present, we have Sky
On to
Captain
the present.
starts, which is
Yes.
nice. It's definitely a good start by Wise Knight to try and build up some more stats to resist all these detonate
Yeah,
pings.
it helps, but usually the thresholds aren't all that relevant. So if you look
Yeah,
at
like
the
the
numbers,
3 into 4 isn't relevant.
3 into 4 is basically irrelevant unless you're adding Ground Shaker into the mix. Then it becomes a bit more relevant.
Yeah.
But if it's just detonates adding up, it's 2, 4, 6. Those are the thresholds that are important. I guess
Yeah.
second Sky Captain would be important. 4 to 5. That is actually meaningful.
Yeah.
And then, Champion is also not really important. 5 to 6, again, that isn't really adding anything.
Yeah, that's
anything
true.
mech proof.
It's really only relevant for the Shakers.
Yeah.
Um,
So
which
I
could
really
matter.
hope Zarok keeps his cool here, doesn't get baited into taking any big investment into clearing the Sky Captain.
Mm.
If he keeps it cool-headed, he's not only a cool cucumber, but also he might just end up winning this, which would be splendid.
Yeah, definitely a lot of potential for Zark to win. It's a strong matchup
Yeah.
for him, for sure.
Because then we also get to see the last game.
This is true too.
And
We
that
get
is
more
max entertainment.
content.
Yeah.
Celestial Tower is really good in the opening hand, though. This can cause a lot of damage.
Oh, it's such a big investment, though. If you go tower here, it's a really big investment.
You're
Especially
probably
since you're not collecting. Your single collection,
yeah,
the tower. You
but
play, what, Windborne Emissary aggressive? That seems like
And
a
then
recipe
you're-
for the disaster here.
you're lining up the detonate for your opponent.
Yeah, you're just literally lining up.
Yeah.
Don't do this at home. Don't.
I think I like the aggressive desert, but placing the Windborne Emissary back just to dodge detonate stuff, and then we line up at least double collection, threatening triple collection, and then it's not too bad, and it looks like it is what he's going for.
Yeah. Like, your main objective here should be hitting face 4 times as the Yellow Flyers player. That is
Yeah.
all you should be concerned with. Like, see, now the Shaker is huge, and you can even shake a Wrath, and that's
You can shake a Wrath.
clear on all the relevant units.
Yeah,
You clear the Emissary.
pretty big.
Fantastic.
Pretty big. Where's this 2-2 gonna go? He can't collect. Doesn't want to stay by that big old mean Grand Shaker.
Yeah.
We do have Spirit Theft, so we could actually go next to the Ground Shaker. No, we can't. We don't have any Faeria left.
Well, you don't have the Faeria, yeah, you're one off.
I guess we can collect with the Manta and just line it up for next, but it's so, like, telegraphed, right? We probably want to invest
Yeah,
Spirit
this
Theft this
is-
turn.
Oh,
It's really
man.
bad.
That was such a good Shaker. So even without the detonate, Zarek managed to find a really strong clear here.
Yeah. And, yeah, so this is telegraphed. I think Zarak now has the option to, if the 2-2 sticks around, we can Cannon Carrier to step onto the desert, and that's, like, fine. And we play around
Yeah,
Bomb Slinger
yeah.
that way.
I mean, now it's up to Zarek to build up a big Faeria game again.
Yeah.
Like, you want to keep a sizable amount of Faeria in hand for your next detonate combo. I mean, just
okay.
trading
just
and
Wrath.
going carrier, though, gives you 2 bodies that collect, which is also not bad. That is something you could be doing.
I was thinking of Carrier onto the desert, and then you don't have the collection opportunity. You got all 3 creatures clustered, but... Okay, we're just gonna do this and accept the Bomb Slinger.
This is also potentially fine. But a Soul Drain would be really nice here for Wise Knight if you had that. Like, Soul Drain,
Soul Drain's a-
Slinger, you're back into the
Yeah.
game already.
Perfect
This is one of the
cleanup.
dangers of taking these lines, like clearing the captain early and not playing for the detonate. Like, you're constantly on the attack you're constantly fighting and playing out your Faeria, the last curve.
Mm-hmm.
Can be tough sometimes. Is turning out to be fine though, but there is a downside. There is a bit of a risk involved in that.
There's a risk. That Sky Captain didn't give us a single buff, did it?
Yeah. Not a single
Awkward.
buff. Sky Captain's terrible. Don't run, guys.
Yeah.
It doesn't help you. Even in the matchups, you think it does well, it doesn't really add much.
I'm not a fan. Like,
Especially, like, well, I guess in particular, if you're facing Max and the Detonate variants.
it's maybe more relevant into like combat things. The thresholds are more relevant. Like 4
Yes.
HP is a bit better, but
Yes, that I
I
can
mean,
see. But
it's such a dead draw later on in the match. Like you want to run 3 of if you're running any Sky Captains.
yeah.
It's just such a dead draw. Oh, picked up another
Slinger's
slinger.
okay. Cypher's also okay. There's lots of okay plays here. You can also just hit
You
and
can just
drop another Ken carrier. Yeah.
yeah, like if your opponent wants to race, we can race.
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
You're setting up lethal.
Yeah. You're running the risk again of Soul Drain potentially, but I think the numbers are still pretty in your favor.
Yeah, Soul Drain is a bit of a comeback, but still, I think Zarak has collected one too many times right now, and that just gives him this advantage where he can just play out the Ken carrier flat.
Yeah. Cypher works too. Cypher defensive. Could have gone Cypher aggressive too. Yeah, Alon works.
This is so bad for Wise Knight now. He can't play any of this defensively because his lands are blocked. And then if he
Yeah.
plays the Demon Wing adjacent, he might just get detonated.
Yeah, there's... Ouch. Yeah, we're just gonna take another 6 to the face. There's nothing we can do about it. And then...
Yeah, like you can clear the Cypher and that's fine and all, but you're not winning this by doing that.
Detonate's lethal.
Detonate is lethal, yeah. Like that's the problem. When mechs are on the board, you can't keep playing proactive. It is so awful to play proactive into mechs.
Yeah.
Because there's
this
looming threat, right, of the mechs just doing their thing.
Yeah.
It's tough.
I guess we draw maybe for Soul Drain. That, like, keeps us alive for a little bit. And we then are not playing champion, but maybe we can play a Demon Wing in there. Yeah.
Where does it go? It goes on the right, I think.
Yeah.
There? I don't know if it's there. It's probably not there. I feel like you wanted to be able to contest the 4-2 just in case. So if the champion was one to the left, that would have worked. You could have summoned it next to Zarok's Orb and then moved it there. So you have that window of contesting that mountain spot.
I think he's just hoping for Soul Drain top deck or lose. And now the second one comes down, that's going to be more challenging.
No Soul Drain still.
Rough. But at this point, I don't even know if Soul Drain will help.
No, he had to be on double Soul Drain here to have any chance.
Yeah.
Quite literally. Like, see, now you're in the pickle.
Second
Where
champion.
you could have used the champion to trade the 4-2. But now you can't. Yeah.
We need to collect to afford Soul Drain. Alright, we need to, like, +1 to afford Soul Drain and collect. Well, not dead. On board, at least. There's
Mm-hmm.
something. Ooh, actually,
Oh, wow.
goes for the collection. Accepts that we're gonna take 4 and just die to literally anything. A swift
Literally
breeze.
anything, yeah. Just think about the cards in the deck.
Yeah.
There's like 90% of those that can kill you.
It's okay, we'll play for our 10% lethal.
Yeah.
We got another list. It's okay. 2 to
Yeah,
2,
it's
keeping
the
things
last
interesting.
one, though. He didn't feel comfortable picking it last time.
No, maybe he
This is
picked
just
the
monstrosity.
maybe he picked the least comfortable list so that he could gain some time bank, put some time pressure on. I don't know.
Maybe. True. It's your opponent's last list, so you might as well just do that. Get some information as well on what cards are in the deck.
Yeah, info's always good.
From
You know,
my
Zark's got
experience, though,
26 minutes on the clock,
monstrosity
so
is super unfavored in this, though.
yeah, that makes sense.
And you know the reason why?
Why is that? I
Well,
mean,
so
just the
monstrosity
typical.
sort of has this game plan where they want to play a bunch of units on the board, and then they want to trade actively into your board, and then at the end of the day they can say, look, here's my pocket monstrosity, I've been keeping that all the time, now that I get to trade off my stuff, I have a big OTK threat. But if your opponent doesn't interact with you, and
Yeah.
just keeps on drawing and assembling his combo pieces, it's not gonna end up well for you. You'll never be in a situation where you get to play monstrosity and have a board active that actually gets to fuel up your monstrosity.
Yeah, that's fair. That's very sad. We had double monstrosities too. That's gonna be a very awkward start for Wise Knight.
Having those in your opening hand with a Mistral Guide is not bad though, so you can go Mistral, dash monstrosity right side.
Mistral Demon is pretty solid too. Like it does apply some pressure. Probably Zarek has to deal with it, and then your monstrosity does get some stats, and has flying.
I think you just go monstrosity Mistral Guide here. Because you have the second one in hand, I think it's okay to play it out early.
Yeah, and you can set up the double collector, which is pretty huge.
Yeah. And then if you draw Wind Soldier or Soul Drain, you can deal with a Flamethrower, should Zarok play that. But again, Zarok's not under any pressure. He could also just slow play, go for Ulani, and then go for a big detonator, and that's also possible.
Yeah, I like... Let's see, when Monstrosity and Mistral Guide are down, I think I like Ulani. We don't have much else to play. Like, Shaker doesn't accomplish too much.
Yeah. Like, that's the good thing about Max. You can be really selective in what you want to clear.
Yeah.
So getting down on a high priority target like Monstrosity is gonna be really, really beneficial for you. Like, especially since it denies so many other alts that you would usually have in Monstrosity with the OTK and all.
Yeah.
Also, did I mention Hook is a nightmare? Sorry.
That's fair. Yeah, Hook's pretty good. Good opening from both players, I guess. I mean, depends what Zarek does here, but there's good options for both.
So Zarok should be considering how he wants to approach land building here in a way that guarantees he gets to connect the cannon carrier.
Oh, we
playing
are
this out is really bad.
Hard investing. Like, hard investing and giving up, like... Well, okay, we have an Explorer if we want to collect, but, like, yeah, that's a lot. That's a big investment.
The amount of pressure that you soak by doing this is insane. The amount of pressure that you give up, sorry. Whereas you would be representing 9 Faeria next turn just by having these 2 available.
Yeah, you play your cards on the table.
That is a lot, man. Like, why not just wait a turn, go for Ulani and double collection? Chill.
We haven't been
As
conditioned to
White
chill,
Knight, you're
Lizard.
fine, right? He can play either Demon and double collection, left side, or in front of his orb. That also works. Like, hell, he could have even traded in the Mistral, and then value traded the 3-2 with the Monstrosity. With the Flashwind, go for a Temple Line. Right?
Yeah,
you would
that's
dash
funny.
Demon into the Wells, or... Yeah, dash a Demon into the Wells, value trade with the Monstrosity, trade in the... Obviously trade in the Mistral. And then I think he would have won just in tempo. What? What's his plan?
Manta Rider in between the wells? Oh.
Huh? He takes 3 to the Monstrosity for some reason?
He doesn't want to get hit in the face, I guess. That's quite a shot on the Monstrosity. Just 3 free damage.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no Shaker in Zarek's hand, so we don't actually have an answer to it, but... I think we can just body block with a creature and... Yeah, I mean, the Monstrosity gets a double collect for a little bit longer, but that's a big shot.
I just don't know why you would risk that. I really don't.
Yeah, that is risky. We're at the end of the tournament, though. Players could be fatigued.
I mean, bad play is still bad play. But I can understand there's a bit of nerves going on. And again, not to discredit anyone. I know Zarek's a good player. I know Wise Knight has had his moments as well. But yeah.
We sit here and criticize people, but when we're in the hot seat, feel free to put us on blast.
We would do everything correct all the time if we were to play.
Yeah, I've never made a mistake in my life.
You never
especially
made a
not this
mistake.
tournament.
That's why you're in the finals now.
Exactly. Yeah, see, I'm here.
So yeah, I have to get back to you about that as well.
No, I don't need to hear it,
about,
Lizard.
keeping Horsemaster when you have an Oakling in your starting hand and no other green creature.
Oh. Fair.
And then when you played out that Aridin earlier, and he had the Wind Soldier Flashwind, I thought to myself, okay, if he has Wind Soldier Flashwind there, Moon's in a bit of a pickle here, a bit of a gigantic pickle.
A little bit of a pickle.
And there's a Wind Soldier in this game as well. That means Wise Knight gets to scoop a bit up. Though I am not sure why you wouldn't play out the second Monstrosity here. That seemed good.
Yeah, just to gobble the stats would have been really nice. The 5 HP stat line, still get the double collection spot. That was pretty good.
Yeah. Like, this is the sort of situation I was talking about earlier. For Wise Knight, this is gruesome, absolutely horrible to play. Wouldn't want to play that in a million years again.
Let him down easy, Lizard. Yeah, it's looking pretty bad. I mean, Monstrosity was pretty solid there. Like, 5 HP is a difficult one to deal with, especially off on the ocean.
Yeah, you just have to, man.
Oh, wow. Invest a movement trick to get this 2-2 out of there.
Like, either you're playing more for the Monstrosity, that means body blocking with like a Shaden Demon in front of face, or you're trading and playing for tempo, that means, you know, flash winning Monstrosity to hit into the flamethrower when it had any attack.
Yeah.
And then going for a double collection setup left side.
We would have had 6 power boosted already. Here I like moving Mistral and Monstrosity this turn, I guess.
Did end up on the worst of both sides, I feel like.
Hmm.
It's tough, though. Especially
I mean,
this matchup, it's tough to crack
yeah,
for Monstrosity.
it's good this turn. It would have been better last turn. We would have had an additional turn, which is like so much more tempo. We lose a whole turn of tempo, which is a massive deal in this game.
Like, just look at this. He's still sitting on... Okay, now he plays things for no reason.
Yeah, playing the board so that
what?
Monstrosity can gobble more stuff. Okay.
Why would Zarek play that cannon carrier?
And then cannon carrier just into the 2/2?
Huh?
That's wild. Yeah, I don't understand this one at all. Did he forget the Manta?
Is he just
was
trying
there?
to save the Baldurian?
Oh. Just really wants to hard invest into Baldurion.
I don't like that at all, because you could just body block with a Manta Rider, that'd be fine. You could pre-Wind Soldier that even.
I mean, even if you were trying to body block the Baldurion from the 2/2, you could have put the 4/2 somewhere else.
Yeah.
So that was...
Like, this just seems way too overzealous from Zarek. There's no need to be that defensive. Like, anything Wise Knight invests into clearing that Baldurian, you'd be happy. You'd be happy about that investment. Because you'll never be able to fully match that. Like, it always has to be something plus. So it would either be Manta plus... Like, ideally, it would be Manta plus Emissary or Demon. And then you'd still be trading 2 for 1, right? You'd be even in Faeria, right? In Faeria value. But it would be a 2 card for 1 situation.
Yeah, but Hammer of Destruction's a very fun card, so we wanted it.
He wanted it.
Hook can give us the thingy if we want it, but we can also snipe that monstrosity. We can... I guess just Hook is a play. Do we take monstrosity though over... I mean, we can just hook the Manta Rider and then hammer the monstrosity. 'Cause that's going to be at 10 power, which is quite a lot.
But this is also all of your Faeria again.
Is all of his Faeria, not much on board. Wise Knight's like triple collecting here. Really doesn't care.
There's a trade lined up. That's an even better trade now. So Wise Knight might just be able to pull back in tempo, just in...
Yeah, that tempo is huge. Which is crazy. Like, Baldurion proccing gives Wise Knight like an advantage.
Yeah. He invested 6 Faeria for that.
It was a lot.
That's a grappling hook that took off the protection as well. Right, so you invested 3 just just to corrupt, just to play an oversized flash wind, basically.
Yeah,
which is not where you want to be, man.
It's almost like nightmaring the monstrosity, and you're hoping
just hook the monstrosity and you'd be fine.
Yeah, you're kind of hoping that for that value, you're hoping to draw into the hammer multiple times, but we're on 21 cards. Like, it's so unlikely we ever draw it again in a relevant position.
You can't be playing for hammer here. It's not hammer time. What? No.
It's not hammer time.
I mean, just take the direct way. Just hook the monstrosity if you want to take that line, by all means.
Yeah, but it's not fun.
Which I don't even think it was a good line that turn. I think this turn you might have just wanted to play Shaker, trade the Manta, and then still have that corrupt threatening.
Yeah, Wise Knight might get carried away here and just take it.
Yeah, that training is just really strong.
He missed it.
Oh my god, he robbed. Oh my...
That's awful.
You know, that's sad. But that I can attribute to just, time, and you just...
Yeah, you gotta manage your time a little bit better.
1 or 2 sleepy fingers.
Wise Knight's been roping a little bit this tournament, so it's definitely something he's gotta learn from. Missing that
bit is very gracious. He's on 6 minutes right now.
Yeah.
Zarak is on 23.
Yeah. And now he's kicking himself for that. The one little rope.
Yeah,
I mean, that's just, that sucks.
Yeah. They're throwing back and forth. It's almost like a game of frisbee.
That's okay. Yeah. They're keeping things exciting for us, keeping us on our toes. Who's gonna win? We don't know.
Yeah. My money is on Wise Knight.
Wise Knight still has a very good setup. Like, Zarek's still on the back foot. His Ground Shaker is not doing anything collecting. We still... Oh, we don't have an answer to the Bulgarian, though.
That is a bit problematic, yeah.
Like, he's gonna be
I mean,
on...
you could just play a demon defensive and that'd be fine, but yeah.
That... Don't we lose? We're on 2 HP here.
I mean, I would have probably traded the Shaker there. And then killed off 1 demon at least, so you're just taking 7 versus taking 9.
I don't think there's a way Zarek loses anymore. We do have Soul Drain, but like one top deck finishes the game.
You Soul Drain the Shaker here, right? You don't pre-Soul Drain even?
Wow.
I mean, if you're really confident and you know the list.
He's really confident. We're not going to get Cypher's Wrath or Bursted. Nothing.
You're not gonna get hooked either. You know there's hook in the deck.
Yeah.
Man.
So many outs. I think he's just tilted.
Listen, I get there's no Flame Burst, but there's Cypher's Wrath and there's hook.
Yeah,
You
there's
wanna be
Cypher's Wrath,
mindful
hook.
of those.
Yeah.
He doesn't play... Okay. He doesn't play the Brigand Aggressive. What's that?
He's just hoping for that top. He's just saying, I'm going to top deck it, but then healing comes down.
You know, I mean, if that Emissary trades the Bulgarian and then the Demon connects into the Brigand, that's still a Demon at 2 HP sitting at your opponent's orb that he has to Soul Drain.
Yeah. Whew. And we should be investing Soul Drain here on something, and we gotta put it on the Bulgarian. Like, we just gotta spend 2 to heal 2.
Yeah, so you know there's Hammer, so you know there's Detonate. I really wonder why that Demon just didn't connect face. Like, you need to be on the gas here. You need to hurry.
We're
as
in
Wise Knight.
danger. Still doesn't heal.
Danger.
That's no way we don't heal. What? Well, there's no
so
Wrath
close.
target.
That is so close.
I'm scared, Lizard.
Now, if there's a second Soul Drain here, it's actually kind of workable for Wise Knight.
Yeah, he's gonna draw for it.
Because there's not a lot of difference between 3 HP and 4 HP. Right? It's just Shaker,
Yeah.
Wrath. And you've already seen some. I think 2 Shakers, yeah, this game.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Hammer is 5 damage, so you don't worry about that. There's no Flame Burst. Yeah. That's fine.
Okay, Soul Drain coming down this turn, which doesn't really make a big difference coming down this turn as opposed to a future turn, or a past turn, right? Like, the Soul...
Yeah.
We could have just
And
Soul
also,
Drained.
like, Wise Knight going for these collections over just
Going face?
playing for board, or
Yeah.
playing for the aggression, really put him back.
Yeah, he
And
doesn't
that's
need
also a mistake I see a
Faeria.
lot of people do, right? When you have that Mystery Guide in double collection, but it could be one up, so Soul Drain, so Flashwind of Fanatic isn't out.
Yeah.
You need to be mindful. You're not using 7 Faeria here. Your deck average is 3.0.
Yeah.
You're never playing the demon, so that's 1 dead card in your hand. How many cards can you realistically put
that's
on
it.
the board with just 1 aggressive desert? That's lethal, by the way.
Yep.
So GG.
That's it.
But yeah, you have to be mindful of this. 1
Yeah.
aggressive desert, not a lot of creatures coming down. 1 at max. What's the biggest you can spend? Manta Rider. That's 5. You already played 2. Not a lot of odds on
Not a lot of
finding
pressure.
that, right?
Yeah.
Anyhow.
the timings
GG?
of yeah, GG. The timings of this game was really important for both players to pay attention to, and there was some tricky things. I think there's some tricky, like, deeper concepts there that are difficult to learn. But congrats to Zarok. Gonna take it, and Wise Knight's gonna have to come back to another tournament to take the crown. I think he's been wanting to win one of these. Was close last tournament, I believe. But yeah, next time. Congrats to Zarek
Next
for
time,
now.
maybe if you watch this commentary and you get past all the mockery and general indecency spewed out by me. No, but like in all good sports, sportsmanlike conduit, it's a very tricky challenge to get to this analytical level and then to keep re-engaging with the game on an analytical basis, because the challenges that open up are vastly different. You don't always get to encounter, you don't always get to default to the same pattern of just going into double click, not worrying, drawing every turn. Yes, you get to draw every turn when you get to that stage of the game, but it is a question how much of your Faeria you can actually use or you can actually put into a relevant investment, right? It's really important to get down.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many deep concepts to learn in this game, and it will take you many, like, I would say thousands of hours to learn all of these things. Faeria is just a really tough game, especially when the game's not getting updates and things. People aren't as invested in the game. Like, you need to play more, but there's just not many opportunities to play more, unfortunately. But hopefully tournaments are a good experience for that, watching commentary.
I would disagree.
You disagree?
I think, learning is important if you need to get to know all the different matchups, like if you need to get familiar with how each deck pairs up against each other. But when it comes to like on the fly analysis, like on the spot adaptation, it's really not that difficult, but it is strenuous, and you have to keep reapplying these concepts. You have to keep engaging with the game instead of, defaulting back to autopiloting.
Well,
and that can be done at any stage. It's just, again, tedious to do, like doing chores or homework or whatever you may be tasked to do.
I think there's like the intuition is something to learn. Like, it's a very difficult concept to learn coming from other games. I mean, like, other card games do have these concepts of like timing windows and tempo and stuff, but even when you're playing these games, especially if you're playing casually, I think it's a very difficult one to learn. Like, you have to learn the intuition. That's a very difficult skill to have, even if it comes to you easily, Lizard.
Well, see, but like, that's what I mean. Intuition sort of builds upon, you encountering all these situations time and time again. But if no intuition is needed, which, it doesn't always have to be intuition, you can take each game as a different puzzle that you have to solve. And each encounter, each stage has a different set of probabilities, possibilities you can explore. So it's not always about intuition. Like, intuition just tells you how a game is gonna end up, how it's likely gonna perform, like what the curve is looking like, etc. But in this case, it's just, keeping the engagement up.
Yeah. Well, you heard it from Lizard. He's the Faeria expert. And when the 10K tournament comes out,
time waster, that is what I am, yeah.
No, it's always good to hear. I always like talking about Faeria. It would be good to have like you could talk about Faeria for like hours on end, about all the deep strategies and things to incorporate. Definitely,
there's so much there.
Yeah, if Faeria was like a game that was more popular and kept going, like, there'd be tons of podcasts and things. Definitely.
Oh,
okay.
For sure.
Yeah.
I'd be the first one. We also, again, if you queue up those decks again, the blue sevens and the voice deck, I think you played the voice deck well the first game, but then second one you kind of blacked out.
There was for sure a lot of mistakes going on, but I'll own up to that. I made a lot of mistakes in several of those games, and Wise Knight definitely deserved the victory and getting to the finals. So big congrats to him. That's definitely no small feat, especially with today's player base.
But you know, even I, despite having all these hours in the game, am not entirely proof against making mistakes. Last time I queued up Red Angry on ladder, I felt like an absolute toddler. I got
veterans make mistakes all the time.
by a blue jump player, which has never happened to me before, and that was, mind you, after like I don't know, a few months long break of me playing Angry, and that felt really bad. It felt like I had to
it feels bad. I mean, I looked at my ladder ranking again, and I'm at rank 25 because I just don't play the game anymore. And I'm like, well, I guess I'm not playing anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what happens. I mean, like, it is just hard to keep up with the game when there's, it's a little bit, it is stagnated. Obviously still fun to play. Like, I'll still participate in tournaments, but it's hard to, like, you need to keep up playing to maintain your, skill level. And that can be a challenge. Just to have to bring your brain back in and remember all of those things. It's still there, right? But you have to spend some effort to do so.
Yeah, you have to reapply. It's comforting, though, to know that you can relearn. It's not a skill you lose, and then you have to start from ground zero. It's like
definitely.
When you train your muscles, there's some muscle memory. Same thing applies in Faeria.
Yeah,
and you get back into the groove rather soon.
Yeah, people always say they're quitting Faeria, and they always come crawling back. But they usually can pick it up pretty well. Okay, I think we should end it there.
We'll end it here.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me. Okay.
Yeah, thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining, Lizard. It was a delight. Always good to have co-commentators on the finals, especially. I know it gives a lot more excitement, a lot more conversation to be had. But we'll end it here. Stay tuned for the next Open, which will be posted in the Discord channel. So stop by on the Discord, the Faeria Discord channel for that. And see you guys later.